You travel deeper and deeper into the Iraseni wilderness, and you have a few days of undisturbed travel, allowing all of you to fully recover any hit point damage you have accrued during your time in the Kel Tower has been repaired. And while the environment is harsh, you are nonetheless able to restore yourselves to full fighting potential.
Write a couple scrolls.
Yes, you have. It was so. 3 days pass. You want to write some scrolls?
Yeah.
Okay.
Zelda, are you afraid of germs?
Am I afraid of germs?
Are you afraid of my germs in particular?
No. Come at me, bro.
She's tasting your drink to make sure it's adequately spiked.
Oh, fuck yeah. Okay. I made yours strong.
You're welcome to stay here, by the way.
Good
Yeah.
night, everyone.
Yeah, I made you love
What
it.
is that?
What
You
does
are
that
wrong
mean?
about
Maybe
picking-
Oh, hey, there's
Other than
things
music,
in
is it?
here.
Okay, fine. I'm swapping yours.
So-
There's like a dark colored sound.
So that is
It's
cinnamon. on
cinnamon,
top.
but you know.
Yeah,
I'm
feel
gonna
the
take
straws.
this.
You
I'm
wanna
just
do
pretending
what
to be drunker than I am.
Do
So,
what I did.
So, you have 3 days to transcribe scrolls. Do you have to check, or do I remember correctly when you said a 10 will allow you to pass?
Oh, wait,
10
I
will
made...
allow me to get a 23.
Oh, you said. As you guys travel deeper and deeper into the Iraseni wilderness, most of you take an active role in controlling the dog sleds. A lot of you are mushing, as you might say. But Ivan, sitting cross-legged, decides instead to sit cross-legged on one of the sleds, carefully transcribing scrolls despite the bumpy ride.
To add to the scrolls we already found.
It becomes clear to you, and it seems that this elf that you've made your boon companion and traveling buddy, he doesn't sleep very much. It's kind of weird. You never see him like go to sleep. He's awake when you wake up, and he's awake when you go to sleep. So that is so good. Anyway, damn it, so delicious. So on your third day, at the end of your third day, you are confronted with your first hardship. You watch as, well, maybe you're not confronted with your first hardship. Nadia gives one of her twin boys leave to go find firewood.
No.
That sounds not smart. Can I go with him?
What do you mean, no? What do you mean he's not allowed?
He's a
Not
tiny
allowed.
child.
Why?
Because
Bears.
this is the woods.
Because bears.
Because bears?
Woods are dangerous.
Hey, if they're a concern for United States schools, they should be a concern for like fantasy forest wilderness.
That is the most sound reasoning I've ever heard.
Can you say that again?
Because
Why can't my son go to collect firewood?
I'll go with him
You'll go with him? Why?
in case of bears.
Why are bears a problem?
Don't underestimate the danger of bears.
Lauren, are you afraid of my germs?
No.
Are you afraid of his
She's
germs?
not going to say
No.
it again.
Okay, are you afraid of your own germs?
Oh, you mean
I said, can you say it again for the Can you say that again for the microphone?
well,
My name's Betsy DeVos, and guns are important in schools because
if bears are a concern in United States schools inside a closed school building, like, they should be a concern in fantasy woods.
Fantasy.
fine.
Smokey the Fire says only you can prevent forest bears.
Well, Kyler, if you're gonna make a big deal about this, I guess fine. You go find firewood instead of my son.
Why aren't you making a big deal about this? At least I have knives.
So,
Psych,
Kyler.
your sons are demons.
Kyler, because you stood up for that challenge,
Strong.
said, "Hey, your son's not gonna go find firewood. There are bears.
There's a bear.
Kid's gonna stay.
That's
I'll go get firewood. We gotta get firewood. Someone's gotta get firewood. You get firewood. If you're not gonna let the kids go get firewood.
At least I have a weapon.
Okay.
She's already lost one.
All right, I understand. All right, Kyler, go get your kid. Go get your firewood.
I don't have any.
Don't get your kid. We don't need another kid.
I don't have
So-
any kids.
Kyler, make a survival check.
You don't need a
I think all the people I've slept with in this game are women.
It's alcohol.
Do you,
What is the thing I
I
added?
think you can roll survival and traits, right?
You can.
13?
Do I add stuff to that?
Your wisdom.
Survival, wisdom,
Wisdom.
0, 13.
Why does it say 10 then?
10 gives you a modifier of 0.
Oh.
Okay.
Gives
Kyler,
you a
it takes you about an hour going out into the wilderness by yourself,
It's
trying to find good firewood.
wood.
You manage to
You
find
can really
you
enforce.
manage to find a dead tree that you can chop into pieces to get some kindling. As you're gathering the wood, make a perception check.
Can I perception check? Oh no.
No, you're not there.
Yeah.
14.
So you rolled a 14.
Well, I rolled a 7, but I'm awesome.
Yeah, great. So you roll a 14 to your perception check.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
Yeah, wait. Yeah, it's pretty
14?
It pulled the colors.
So Kyler, give me a mini here.
Everything?
So Kyler, you get some firewood.
Yeah.
You hear a snarl.
I told you there were bears!
This bear.
Just as you turn to look, there is a boreal wolf.
Okay, that's worse than a
He's
bear.
not better, bad bear. These are not.
Where are the initiative cards? Here we go.
Does the kid just fucking die?
No, there's a possibility that the child dies. Welcome
Was
to
that
Irison, the land of eternal winter, where sad things happen.
But they're not big enough.
What
They're not
happened?
basic enough.
Oh well.
Sucks. I'm sorry, Lauren. I love your umbrella, but it's in the middle.
Second.
13.
And I didn't squeeze it through.
13. So you rolled a 13. The boreal wolves rolled a 10.
It's still in here.
Yay!
So,
Did you just say wolves, plural?
well, wolves are pack animals. There's not just going to be one.
They're good.
So Kyler, you're gathering your firewood, you hear a snarl, you whip around to see this wolf running at you, but you beat the wolf in initiative. You go first. If you were to attack this wolf right now, you would get your sneak attack damage.
I'm gonna do that.
Do you have the quick draw feat?
No?
That's okay. It's going to take a move action for you to draw a weapon to then standard action stab the wolf.
He's like right there.
Yeah, I don't even have to move.
No, you don't.
Okay, so I'm gonna do that.
Great. Stab the wolf, roll your attack.
I thought Snow was
How do I add to this?
What'd you roll?
10.
You rolled a 10. Go ahead and so you're attacking with your rapier?
I think I'm attacking with my rapier and
Cool.
my rapier.
So you only have one attack
Oh, okay. So
because you had to spend a move action drawing a weapon, so you don't get a full attack.
bummer. Okay,
A
8.
full attack is when you're able to dedicate your entire turn to attacking, which usually allows you to do multiple attacks.
So 18.
I don't know why this one keeps falling. 18! That hits! Why is this? What is your problem? 18 hits, roll your damage. With sneak attack.
A D4?
I'm not wrong. I think this is 4.
Because it's square.
4.
Four.
Sick.
What is it?
I think I'd be familiar with this, but every time I'm drunk and then
So
forget
it's
where
going to be
stuff
written
is.
here. Rapier,
That's my
D4.
life. Lauren,
Yeah,
I
it's
get
just-
that so
It's a
hard.
dry. It's the dry D4. You add your strength modifier to the damage.
Wait, I thought I could add a dex to that because I'm rogue.
You add your dexterity to your attack bonus, but not to your damage.
Okay, so just 4?
If you'd like, actually, there is a rogue variant. They rebuilt the rogue in a later book called in Pathfinder Unchained. It's the name of the book. And that rogue gets to add their dexterity to like everything for like simplicity's sake.
That sounds so much easier.
I'm gonna bring that book next time we have a game.
Because I can't keep track of which one of these I'm supposed to add.
Okay, I'm gonna bring that book next time. So
So is
But
it
for now-
4 or 8?
for now, it's a D4
4?
minus 1,
3?
3. Now you add your sneak attack. You get your sneak attack, which is do you not remember that?
No.
So it's going to be written under your special abilities, which are abilities that are directly related to your class. So you are a 4th level rogue, which means you get 26. Excellent. 5.
Die, Wolf.
So you do 8 damage to this wolf.
Just for future reference, Lauren, for your sneak attack, you get 1d6 for every odd level you have in rogue.
You're like all sorts of stuff.
Sweet. So I get another one when we get to Whitefront?
Yep. You'll get a 3rd one when you hit level 5.
Should probably buy my own dice at some point.
So, you whip around, pull out your rapier, and stab this wolf right in the chest.
Nice.
Seriously wounding the wolf, but not killing it.
Ah.
It is now the wolf's turn. Everyone make perception checks. Every player character make perception checks.
Alright.
That means you assholes.
Yes.
That means you motherfuckers
took
cooking in the
perception.
kitchen.
Exactly.
I rolled a 9
Wait, just ask me fine.
plus...
Excuse me, sorry.
I rolled a 19.
Oh my god.
I rolled an 18 total.
18 is the DC. Way to go, Elliot.
Nice. D20.
Dude, the Hilton Edge beat you.
What about Siegfried?
You know how rare
Siegfried
that
can roll,
happens
yeah.
in perception?
Do you have Siegfried's character sheet?
It
Right?
should be underneath. 21. Perception doesn't have anything in it.
Oh, but it's
But it's checked, so...
yeah.
Oh,
it's
shoot.
not.
We didn't give him perception.
Okay, he does have.
He can roll it. He just gets a plus 0. He adds his
Well, it's-
wisdom, which is 2.
Okay,
Well,
so...
so
Evelyn
Hilton has
has
no perception and he rolled a 19.
20. I got a natural 20.
Evelina or
Evelina
Siegfried?
did,
Nice.
Siegfried got a total of 16.
but Evelina got.
Do you want to confirm the... do you have to
Evelina
confirm
got a
the-
30.
No,
though.
it's a skill check.
Fair.
You don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
So
don't have to
20
confirm.
plus
That's only for
10,
hits.
30.
It's only for attack rolls.
Gotcha.
My bay.
Cool.
Okay.
Just double check.
Gefilte fish miraculously passes.
Yeah.
Evelina passes. Siegfried does not. Kyler is currently deep shit. You just managed to pass, Elliot.
Barely.
Ivan, what's your perception roll?
I thought I rolled a 14.
Okay.
I rolled a 4. So
Ivan, for
it's
some
11.
reason, everyone seems really bothered. You guys are all hanging out at camp,
Just right scroll.
and then everyone acts as if there's.
Well,
like-
a good...
Everyone's acting
Half of the party.
as if Kyler's screaming somewhere, but whatever. You've got scrolls to take care of.
I got a natural 20. I should know. I think I should know.
Evelina, you can hear the sound of. You not only hear the sound of Kyler yelling, but you also hear the sound of a wolf growling in pain.
What is that?
Ah.
That
It's
is
a
a
natural
20.
20.
Okay, so my Raven
Two
actually
natural
gets
20s? What the fuck, though?
Because my Raven rolls a
Bless
skill check
no.
too.
Okay, alright, here's what happens.
I'm glad
So,
you-
Evelina, with your natural 20, you hear danger. You look at Siegfried, who's just kind of like looking at something that doesn't
He's
seem
so
to be there.
derpy and I love it.
You grab him by the scruff, pull out your spear, and drag him into the wilderness. Gefilte fish, you are right behind them. Elliot, right behind you.
I was praying.
Ivan, you're studying scrolls, and your raven starts to freak out. Does your raven have a name?
Perry.
Perry, that's right. I thought that was the name of your platypus.
I wanted a platypus, but they
Yeah.
suck as familiars.
They really do. Yeah, ravens are awesome. So Perry starts flipping out about something. He can speak to you, right? He can speak a language, right? He goes, danger! Danger! Danger!
Danger, Will Robinson!
Small dude! Screaming! Gotta help! Gotta help! Gotta help!
Hey now.
Remember.
He takes the air and starts flying around
I was gonna
you.
say, remember, Kyler is female.
Small chick screaming.
Yes, that.
You keep forgetting that. This is one
It's
of
a
my
gender-
Way to
Wonderful
be
name.
insensitive.
My name is Dudley. Perry is stupid.
Fair.
Deflection. So,
It's all Perry's fault.
Fucking bird brain.
I thought-
raven.
God, what a fucking jerk.
I thought
Not
it was
even a
gender
pattern.
fluid.
I think we did decide that.
Kyler is all opportunities.
Exactly.
My hair tie just snapped and flew away. Oh!
Oh, because your man bun was kind of everything. Like,
I appreciate
everything.
it.
No.
My
I appreciated it very
man
much.
bun is terrible. It just
No.
keeps my hair out of my eyes.
I love it. Don't. Just always keep with that.
Oh.
I like
Why
the
not?
stuff you've been doing with your hair.
Right?
The braid was awesome.
Yes. If you
Kyler.
could have a braid and a man bun, it'd be the greatest.
It is now your turn
Never had
again.
long hair before, so this is new, and it's also
As
still growing.
Two other boreal wolves appear.
Are you gonna
These
keep
are
growing it or? Yes, do that. That would be awesome. I fully support.
Do you have
this
knowledge
decision.
arcana?
Yes.
I don't think you get that as a
Yes,
roll.
do
So
that. That'd be fucking killer.
these are three light
Yeah, mine
haired
does the same thing. I understand.
wolves. They seem to be acclimated to this type of weather. That's all you can figure. You're in danger. So it is now your turn.
You're not gonna have ice magic, are they? That would suck.
Ice magic would suck.
You're my favorite person in the whole world.
You tell me every week.
I just want you to know, though.
What you doing, Kyler? Unfortunately, you can no longer sneak attack, as these wolves are...
Can I get ready whenever they get close to me so that I can just full attack whenever they come into range?
You could! Well, you could also full attack the wolf in front of you.
I could do that.
Well, actually you can't, because...
Will that make me flat-footed for the other ones?
No. You can't be made flat-footed unless they, hide from you, which they can't do, because you can see them. So, you can't, hide from... So you can't... They can't be like...
Also, you have,
Just
You don't know where I
am.
am! They can't do that.
I believe you have uncanny dodge.
There's a
which just
special-
means you win at life. So
It's uncanny.
I do have uncanny dodge.
Alright, so Kyler, these, there are three wolves, you're faced with three wolves. As a move action, you can draw your sidearm,
And then stab both
but
of them in the back.
because it takes you a move action to draw your sidearm because you don't have the quick draw feat, you're only able to make one standard attack.
Wow, bitch. Way to not have the quick draw.
Quick draw's awesome!
Bitch!
I have quick draw, so I can
Bitch.
feel like
Bish quick draw.
break some.
Bitch, please. Quick draw.
I'm even gonna take quick draw, and I'm just a wizard.
I'm a druid now. I'm going to take quick
I can't even quick draw wands, but I'm taking it anyway.
Take
You
it
can
anyway.
quick draw wands if you have them in a head.
I'm going to start holstering. Can I have a
I'll have to
wand?
double check the rules for that, but I'm pretty sure you can't, it specifically says you can't quick draw, magical trigger items. Right? Kyler, what are you doing?
Stabbing it?
Stab it!
Yeah.
Roll your attack!
What do you need? A d20? I have a d20.
Guys, I hid my core rollbook from myself, and I still found
Oh,
It's fine.
Finally, you
I'll
just
fix that.
broke Robert's apartment.
you broke the whole apartment.
I'll just get that stuff out of the way and fix it later, alright?
Yeah.
Why did you
I
hide your
got-
core rulebook from yourself?
I don't know, I stuffed it on the shelf. So it was out of the way.
I'll deal with all that later. Don't
Do you
worry.
even need that anymore?
What?
Do you even need that anymore?
Someone's trying to quick draw magic items.
You don't know how to look that.
Not on my watch, I'm the game master.
Look
I
that
got
up.
a 16.
You got a 16. That, I believe, hits the boreal wolves.
Yes.
A 16 hits the boreal wolves. Roll your damage, but you cannot get sneak attack as the wolves are now wise to your... Did you take a 5-foot step?
Was I supposed to?
You were there.
Just it's a swift action. Just do it.
Do
Okay.
it. Do the
Yeah,
thing.
do that.
Do the thing.
Do the thing.
I travel through time, change my mind, and take a 5-step.
And then I stab it
Yeah.
with a 1.
Oh
Wait.
shit. Yeah, no.
1 for
Mom.
damage.
Do I add stuff to that, or is it just this?
Unfortunately, no, you don't. You add your strength modifier.
I don't want to do that.
What's your strength modifier?
Good news.
Negative
A
1. Are you
negative
fucking
strength modifier can't make your damage
less?
0 or negative.
Cool.
Oh, okay, so
It'd
it's
be
still
0.
1.
So if you rolled a 1 with a negative 1, it's 1.
God, I hope these guys only have 9 hit points.
So you managed to just scrape this wolf.
Wait, if you rolled a 2, though, would it then be a 1?
Yes.
Kyler gets savaged by wolves.
Wait.
I got you, baby. You'll be fine.
Okay. It's rogue. Ooh, shit. Does a 8 hit you?
What am I looking at?
Your AC,
Your
which
armor
is right
class.
there. 18. Fuck
Does
that.
a 12 hit you?
Fuck no, it's 18.
Does a 17 hit you?
Fucking no, it's 18.
So these wolves converge on you, all snapping at you with slavering sharp teeth.
And then I managed to like.
You manage to duck out of the way of one, push one away, and shove the flat of your rapier into one of their mouths. And you don't take any damage
Oh my god, you're
from this
fucking
onslaught. Then
I'm
suddenly,
gonna shove and I told you so right down Nadia's throat when we get
Yes!
Evelina, you passed first. Which direction are you coming from? It's up to you.
Oh, I'm gonna come from.
Do you want to like
This
come in from a flank? Okay,
Yes, it's flight.
cool. Evelina
And Siegfried.
and Siegfried break through the underbrush wearing their tennis racket snowshoes. Siegfried's like,
I tap 4 for him.
it is now your turn, Evelina.
Okay. Okay, Siegfried's going to attack. Are these the 3?
Those are the 3, the
Can I
yellows.
attack that one?
The whites are trees. The whites are trees.
Can I attack the trees?
If you really want to,
Not advisable.
I have no attitude to stop you.
Okay.
There are
Siegfried's
more
gonna
pressing
come back.
matters at hand.
So I need
Then
a
again,
jaw.
this
And
is
where's
the-
Robert's dice here?
Pounce.
This is
So-
the party that stopped and ignored the attacking enemies to try and catch a fairy in a pie.
Would not. Yeah.
Like in mass. Like not just one of us.
Stumblers! What?
This will be a
Bite?
jaws.
Okay.
Yes, bite, and these will be the 2
Stumblers?
costs.
Cool, I gotta pee.
No. It just changed after you said, is a natural 1 bad? And then I was playing this music. Dudley's not even in the room.
Dudley's not even in the room and the music is still on cue.
So you didn't do well.
Yeah.
She got a 1.
I know that.
I got a natural 1
Reroll.
and then an 8.
Reroll that
You
one.
have to confirm
It's a
everything
natural
with
20.
Okay, you do not confirm a critical miss.
Woo!
I've seen those a lot.
Natural 20s. We've had 3 this
Well, like natural 1, roll to confirm, natural 20.
Does that
Really?
mean, like,
Yeah,
you don't
You
screw up
look
at all?
so funny.
thank you.
But this thing umbrellas, not like normally. Normally, you
what,
don't look
what
funny.
umbrellas?
The umbrellas
What are
behind
you
your ears.
I can't hear you right now. Please,
Okay,
give me your claw attacks.
okay. The claws were the
So
gold.
you're
So
here?
yes. So that was a 1 and then a 20 and then a 13.
I have.
So a 20 and a 13?
Yes.
I have.
Oh.
Plus what?
Plus. Plus 1 to each
And
of
that's
those?
jaw. Oh, that was
What?
I have Turingerpose.
What?
I have Turingerpose, Spezle, and Rouladen for everybody.
That sounds delicioso.
The only problem is the
Not
the right
Turingerpose.
language.
The only problem is the Turingerpose didn't quite come out right because this is the first time I've made them ever, and I'm trying to go off my grandma's
That's
recipe.
the
And
potato shaving balls?
yeah.
Why are
So-
you laughing at that? You guys worked hard for that. You should be proud.
But I'm about to soup beef stew essentially on everybody's stuff. I don't know how much everybody wants.
Should we maybe try to take like a 10-minute break and eat some food?
yes.
So then we
Food!
can, so then we can keep playing.
So Kyler bravely fights off 3 boreal wolves. Siegfried lurches in to save him. Cut. Food time. I believe that 2 hours ago I went to the bathroom and I broke up your focus, so I'd like to apologize for that.
There's gold, silver, and crystal. Which one goes
Roll
for
2
the jaws?
d4s and add 1 to each of the dice. This is the benefit of me
1 and 4.
Writing
so
this
5
character.
And 2.
5 and 2. 5 and 2?
Yes.
Siegfried kills the wolf with 2 claws.
Of course, yes.
Thanks,
Evelina.
Siegfried.
2 plus 1, 3. Number
3 damage.
Yep.
Evelina, you throw your spear at another boreal wolf, and it strikes true. Whose turn is it now?
Gefilte fish.
Gefilte fish.
I thought it was your turn.
I'm going up there.
Gefilte fish appears. What you doing, Gefilte fish?
I attack that
I'm
guy.
out of the ring.
5, 10. All right, running there. You get
Really out of,
you get an attack. Roll it.
And Bob. Yeah. There's
16 plus 9.
cranberry juice.
That hits.
How many?
No, there's 5 already.
That's a 25. I know numbers.
I'm doing my great sword.
Oh,
I can
you
do
meant
that.
this flavored vodka.
Roll your damage.
Yeah, I'm out of caramel vodka.
That's just Isn't it?
There's 8 plus 7.
15.
That's still pretty
I
good.
still
A couple
see
sips.
As if the spear did not assist you at all, you cleave this wolf in 2. It is now Elliot's turn.
Okay, so this is a wolf, I take it.
It is. There's one left.
What are the white?
They're white. They're trees.
Oh, okay.
You're in the middle of the forest.
Please attack the tree. Please?
Am I really truly over here? Can I make this distance?
No, you're like wherever you want to be right now.
I'm just gonna go ahead and attack this.
You're okay. Cool. So what do you?
I know.
Okay.
I'm gonna just like charge with a rapier.
Aha! Have it you. You killed my father, wolf.
I rolled a 5 plus 7 is 12.
That does not hit the wolf.
I figured.
Kyler, it is now your turn.
You don't even have some like clever thing to say. You're like, no, you're just a
That
fucking dumbass.
unfortunately doesn't hit.
What the fuck is happening with your face?
Is that one still
I don't know what
alive?
you're talking about. Kyler, it's
This
your
one
turn.
right here.
That one's alive?
This one right here. Yeah.
If you were to 5-foot step there, you could flank the wolf and do sneak attack damage.
Ooh,
I'm gonna do that.
But that's up to you.
I like that plan.
You look so weak.
Take a picture, it'll last
Oh,
longer.
naughty.
I don't have. Wait.
You do have your phone.
Yes. Okay.
Oh shit, why did I say that? What's your damage, Kyler? What's your attack rolls?
You're deadly. You're deadly.
What's that?
Shit, what do I add to this?
I'm happy.
What you doing, Kyler?
What are you?
I
Oh,
rolled
you
a
roll your
5, and then I add
plus 8,
So
13.
yes,
5, so 13 is the full roll.
yes.
Yeah.
Send me that picture,
With
maybe.
sneak attack.
Do you have Snapchat?
No.
I do.
I always call it Snapchat.
Can we be Snapchat friends?
Just search everywhere.
So you rolled a 13
I have them on
with your rapier? You added the +2 to flanking?
Oh wait, I don't have the
No.
picture anymore though.
So 15, you successfully strike.
Suck it, bitch. Take that 1 damage.
Okay, so 1 damage. You add your sneak attack though.
Wait.
Dudley, what's your
So 11.
Should just be like
So
Dudley
12?
Merrifield.
Yeah, but there's a username.
12 damage?
If I add
God damn!
killed it dead. Yes. Did I kill it dead?
You stabbed this wolf very badly, but it does not die.
What?
It is now the wolf's turn.
I'll add it.
Fuck that bullshit.
The wolf uses a full round action to withdraw. It runs 100 feet away,
Yeah.
yelping in pain,
That's specific.
hoping to live another day. Everybody make a perception check.
Rolling for
I
perception.
don't remember the song. What's this?
Motherfucker, I've rolled only 5s this whole thing so far. Plus 9 is 14.
14?
Yep.
Look for the picture.
Don't tell me, the AC is like 16. Well, not AC, but the check is 16.
Dan.
Are we from the Snapchat?
So,
Yeah, Snapchat.
Elliot rolls a 14.
I did.
Does anyone else want to make a perception check aside from
Yes,
Ivan, who's
with-
currently scribing a scroll while his raven freaks out?
So 18. You need your d20, which is right here. And your perception. Let's see
I
here.
got 20.
Your perception.
Maybe
Kyler?
I'll feed Perry a spiteful cookie to shut him up.
16.
After all that work we've done. What?
16 for Evelyn.
16 for Evelina, 20 for Kyler,
13.
13 for Jennifer,
14.
So, you collect the firewood, the fight ends, you're able to put away your weapons, kind of calm down.
God.
What photo?
The one Lauren took.
Please
what?
put that on Facebook.
You gather up, you sheath your weapons, everything's fine, no one died.
Can I like just shove a huge "I told you so" in Nadia's fucking face?
Yeah.
Well, when we get back to camp, probably, yeah.
Because what did I fucking say? Don't send children alone into the woods. They don't come out or they find gingerbread houses.
So, everyone returns to camp. Kyler, you gather your firewood. You're the last to leave the forest. But as you walk away, you glance back. You notice that one of the wolves, as it's dying, its pelt seems to separate from its body.
Ugh. It's kind of gross.
Like it falls off.
It falls off, and it seems to fashion itself into
Wait, is it like a person
a
underneath?
wearable fur. No, it's not a person. It's like a skin and bones gross wolf corpse.
Oh.
But,
Can I take that?
yes,
I'm gonna take that.
you don't really have any skill in magic, but you get the sense that this might be worn as a cloak.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that.
Okay, you take it.
I mean, seriously, it's
Do you-
skinned itself. Why would I not take
Do
it?
you
Wear it or just hold it?
do you roll it up and shove it into your backpack, or do you clasp it like some sort of cloak?
I
Put it on that happy color.
I
don't
mean,
know.
you
I'm
should
gonna have
identify
the
it
magic
first.
perception guy do the identify magic thing on it first. I'm gonna roll it up and shove it in my.
It could be cursed.
Good move.
Insta-die.
You return to camp. No one died. Yay. Oh my. Way to go. So, too exciting. You get back to camp, and you ask Ivan to identify the fur.
Yes.
Okay, Ivan, make a spellcraft check to identify the fur.
Go ahead and cast Identify because in this
Fucking fine.
game it doesn't cost you 100 gold pieces to identify a
No,
fucking magic
no,
item.
no, it
It
doesn't.
costs you nothing,
As it should be.
and it just gives you a plus 20 to your spellcraft.
Roll your spellcraft check.
11. You roll. 23, 30. Oh no, sorry. 44.
44!
Holy
I
god.
I
know
don't
what it
think
is.
you got the DC.
Yeah.
Hey, I cast
You-
Identify.
You cast Identify to identify this bizarre magical wolf pelt that separated itself from the wolf corpse. And you are blasted by everything that you can possibly know about this. This is a magical item known as a rhyme pelt.
Spelled with an
When you
R-H-Y?
kill a boreal wolf somewhere in Irison, there's a tiny, almost infinitesimal chance that the wolf will shed its skin to naturally create a magical item known as a rhyme pelt. If someone were to put it on, it gives them the ability to shapeshift between their normal form and that of a winter wolf of the same size.
Whoa.
Winter
That's
wolves.
fine.
Winter
You
wolves.
I could be
You
a
remember
tiger.
wargs? You know what wargs are?
Yeah.
We already are BFFs, darling.
You know what wargs are?
Yes, for you talking about from a
Winter
Soul
wolves.
Ice and Fire?
No, well, D&D.
Well, that's
Wargs,
fine.
monster
Oh,
wolves that can talk.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, I want you to be
Winter
more
wolves
loving
are like the
tigers.
bigger, better version
Then
of
you'll see
wargs.
this. So this cloak, this fur thing,
Mhm.
it's magic.
Magic.
Well, that was a good-
I'm going to appraise it.
Roll it. Roll appraisal.
17.
Would you know everything about it ever?
17 plus 23, 27, 31.
These are quite rare. They don't naturally manifest themselves like this one has. You could sell this easily for upwards of 1,600 gold pieces.
Why would you do that? We get turned into a fucking wolf.
Well, we don't know that officially. As our
Ivan
characters-
does.
Right. But our characters do not. Damn.
You're just bogarting all the information.
I'm going to tell you right now, this is extremely valuable. We should keep it in the bag.
Okay. Can I have a
I don't.
Cool. So what are you doing? What are you guys doing? That's the end of this encounter. You have some time to rest up.
Wait, I want to shove this huge "I told you so" in Nadia's face.
Right.
Are we
so-
shoving in whose face? It is huge? What?
So
It's like, I told you not to send your tiny child into the woods alone, bitch. Guess we got
Nadia-
attacked by wolves.
Your tea is.
Nadia quietly shakes her head in disbelief.
And maybe.
Does she learn anything from this, or is she gonna send the other child off on some
Truly.
adventure?
You can never underestimate the perils
And it's just. Pure
of the
coincidence.
Iraseni wilderness.
Is what I say.
Yeah, totally.
It is what you say.
Yeah.
My
Hey,
mind said that
Like-
You did mention there was bears.
that throat.
Were there bears? No, there were wolves.
you
There
fucking
were
wrong.
wild fucking animals.
There were wolves
But
with
there was
15
no
hit points.
bears.
That doesn't mean.
You rest for the night. It is now 11:29. Do you guys want to skip to White Throne?
Time soon.
Skip
Where
to
are
White
you?
Throne! Right.
I-
After 12 days of travel through the icy, magical landscape of Irisen, you crest a hill, and you can see in the near distance, less than a mile away, the Throne City. So,
How do you find
you crest the top of this hill.
There's not a lot that can make
The
me want
path
to decapitate
towards
and set
the
something on fire.
main entrance of White Throne, this massive, magical city crafted of ice, is clear to you.
It would be a shame if the temperature rose.
But Nadia is quick to dissuade you from walking
Right.
towards the front gates.
right?
She tells you that, given the current political climate, as Baba Yaga has not been able to come forth to replace Queen Elvana with whatever next daughter is destined to come after her, entering the city has become exceptionally difficult. She suggests, nay, insists, that you make your way around White Throne to the east, towards a small village known as the Fish Camp. Now, White Throne is built on a bluff. Can't really fish off of a bluff. The water's too far away. So a lot of the fishing gets done in fish camps outside
Wait,
of the wall.
Wait, is it the identity sealing kind of fishing?
No. Fishing with a F. Not with a P. This is not catfishing. This is regular fishing.
Good to know.
This is not an MTV. So, she insists that instead of going towards the main gates of White Throne, that you continue past it into the fish camp, which you'd have to go around past past White Throne to the west.
I feel like that's acceptable.
Supposedly, she says that she has a former uncle who lives there. The brother,
What the hell's a former uncle?
the brother of her deceased husband's mother
Okay.
lives in the fish camp. She hasn't kept touch with him, but apparently, according to her late husband, the stories her late husband told, this uncle of sorts lost his wife and his child to the evil winter witches, and has now made his life as a smuggler. If there's anyone who could get us into Whitethrone, it's him.
You guys want to deal with a coyote?
I like this plan.
After leaving her children at a small town, similar to Waldsby, tiny little town built on like 2 roads, called Elsprin, you continue on into the fish camps.
Left with who?
Wait, who left children?
Two strangers.
She was able to get a house.
That was
She's
fast.
got some clout.
Y'all, that's what the book
What?
says.
She's got some clout.
Did she use our money to do that?
Yes. Yes, she did use your money to do that.
Ugh,
She used like 5 whole silver pieces
that's fine.
to find a safe place to
Actually-
house her children.
God
Actually,
damn it, that bitch.
actually,
You know what, that's
fun
fine.
fact that's I think
Yeah.
we have like 3 spare silver pieces and some like
No,
copper and stuff.
no joke. It costs 2,000 gold to buy a +1 weapon. It costs 5 silver pieces to prevent your children from being murdered by an oppressive government.
Way too much.
Gosh, no wonder.
No, like we have spare gold and silver. Like
That's how hard it is to make magical weapons.
Wow, no wonder we never run into other adventurers. Everybody
That
else
is
is
why
like,
So,
I'm gonna
we
get a
saved the
job
world.
that lets me buy a house and not die.
You make your way past Whitethrone to this village on the outskirts of the capital city, simply called the Fish Camps. As you head towards the town, Arctic gulls fill the overcast sky with their cries over this small shanty town.
Are those different than regular gulls?
Indeed, they are Arctic gulls.
So they're different colors?
Instead of water flying types, they're ice flying types.
Gross.
and they can withstand the cold, which normal seagulls can't.
Yes. They take fighting damage normally. Arctic gulls fill the overcast sky with their cries over this small shanty town. Ramshackle huts are erected on the cold ground, hard packed and barren from generations of foot traffic. Dories and other small fishing boats are moored on to dilapidated piers
Dories are
nearby
dinghies.
or pulled ashore on this gray pebbled beach of Glacier Lake. Glacier Lake is the name of the lake that's like Whitethrone is
creative.
built on. Glacier Lake, right? Yeah, like who else has a Glacier Lake? Turns out nobody, because people wrote this fictional universe. The pervasive smell of fish is everywhere.
That's gross.
Sometimes fresh, but often with the underlying stench of centuries of decay.
Centuries.
Centuries of decay!
They live on a cliff. They can just toss the dead,
That is-
decaying fish over the cliff.
They've been under the iron fist of the Winter Witches for 1,400 years.
And she likes the smell of dead fish?
Apparently.
Alright.
Damn.
She doesn't love it, she keeps it outside of the city walls. But it's there, and they ain't doing nothing about it. So you get to this dilapidated, sad little shanty town known simply as the Fish Camp, and you begin taking a look around. So,
Now roll for perception?
you make your way in there. So Nadia tells you that her uncle is named Reinhair, and supposedly he lives in this shanty town. If we could find him, he will likely have the means and the resources to escort us past the city gates of Whitethrone
Is he
and
hot?
into the city itself. You don't know if he's hot or not.
Bummer.
He had a wife and a child. They were both killed by Winter Witches, so he's probably... Well, you don't know.
He's living it up, bachelor style.
He might be desperate. He might be over that kind of activity for this life.
I mean, that's
You'll have to find him to find out.
Don't try too hard to keep our rogue and druid from screwing people. We need to keep people entertained.
Fuck yeah.
Hey man, that's the easiest way to like fool people.
Sleep with them.
Sleep with them.
All the sex.
That doesn't fool them.
And
They just don't
you
care.
contract ice STDs.
Hello,
I
So-
Mr. Captain.
So everyone,
Give me this key.
taking a
I'll
look at
make
this
things
shantytown as you walk in,
Yes.
let's see.
What do we see?
Going around, Kyler, with your weapon sheathed and hidden under your Rheinpelt cloak. Wait, no, you have the Rheinpelt cloak.
Yes, it's in the
So-
bag of holding.
Yeah, you should get it
Kyler,
back.
hiding your weapons, your small weapons,
Rapiers aren't.
No
bad
one
at
seems
all.
to pay you any mind aside from the fact that it's strange. It seems as though people have never seen a halfling before. A few people stare and gawk at you, but when you make eye contact with them, they quickly shuffle away. Gefilte fish, people stare at you hard. People think that
Terrifying.
Well,
without
that
help.
you get the sense that they think
Yeah,
you might be you might
Look
be.
at a Yeti clone.
Why would
They-
they just
They get the
overlook
sense
me
that
entirely?
despite your monstrous heritage, you are maybe some sort of wealthy individual who has made their way into their humble town.
Why
to
would
conduct
they
some
look
sort
at
of
me at all
important
when I'm
business.
sitting on his shoulder?
Evelina, people pay you no mind. People seem quite put off by Siegfried. They've never seen a tiger before. Elliot,
They react to my fucked up face.
they've seen scarred human men before. Not a big deal.
Alright.
You blend in perfectly fine.
We make
And-
ugly men here.
Ivan, so long as you disguise your pointed elven ears, you seem like people tend to pay you mind as if you're some sort of rich fellow, some sort of VIP. As you approach the fish camps, you notice the residents are distrustful of strangers.
That's usually what happens. Actually, with small
There's
groups
just
of
strangers
people.
bringing in tigers and like.
The
Some-
villagers'
Oh,
mistrust
like-
isn't born of innate hostility, but strangers and unusual events are usually a sign of trouble for the whole
Yeah.
town.
That makes sense. Do we know where her uncle is?
No, you don't.
Oh, my foot.
Can we
You're
ask
going-
around? Do we have a name?
His name is Ringier.
Oh.
That's an interesting name.
Ringier.
How do you spell that?
Ringeirr. Ringier.
Double R. at the
Double
end.
R. Yeah.
Oh,
Excuse, sir.
my foot's so
Ringier.
asleep right now because I'm sitting on it.
Don't spill that all over the carpet. Carpet's a bitch to clean.
I'm not.
Good,
Can
she's
you move
not.
your foot for a sec?
Who's fuck? Oh, my
So,
foot's so asleep.
Do we have a last name or just Bridger? Or is that the last name?
Malenkov.
Also,
Ringier
Caesar.
Malenkov.
So that's a combination of like Central Asian and Russian names right there.
Hmm.
Really.
Nice.
So Ranger Malenkov. How many people are around this? I assume a lot of people started to gather because
It's-
we're a very odd sight.
A few people, many people stare, but no one gathers around you.
No, they're just going about their day and then goes, these are some weird freaking people.
Exactly.
Yeah. I state that we're looking for Ranger Malenkov. Does anybody know him? Which probably won't go over well if they think we're part with the government and we're looking to.
So Elliot, as you go asking about Ringier, the first few people
They indicate no.
indicate no and walk away without saying anything.
Shouldn't I be the one
If
asking people?
Probably.
If you'd like to make a diplomacy check.
I'm shit at those.
Can I make a diplomacy check?
Do you have gather information?
A diplomacy check or an intimidate check.
I'm
Can
not
I
good
make
at
a
either of
diplomacy
those.
check?
Actually,
Well, he's asking right now.
my diplomacy is bullshit. I don't even have
God
any.
damn it, Robert. You should just
Charisma.
not talk
I'll
to
just
anyone.
roll and I'll just add my charisma, right? Which is like
White
one.
life now.
Cool, natural 16. Let's see it.
5. I've rolled nothing but 5s this whole
Damn
game.
Can I go ask somebody else?
Is gather information a skill in this game?
So,
Uh,
Elliot, try as you might, you cannot get anyone to tell you about
It is not.
Ringier. It seems as though mentioning his name immediately puts people on the defensive.
Can Gefilte and I like wander off and go ask other people?
Yes,
I have a plus 10 to
absolutely.
my intimidate.
And I have a high charisma skill.
You
So
do,
we'll
yeah.
try nice, and then if that doesn't work, you can just like crush something in front of them.
Okay, who's making the diplomacy check?
She is.
You should take your seat.
Diplomacy right here is plus 9. So whatever you roll, plus 9.
Gefilte fish, why do you have a plus 10 intimidate?
7
Because
plus
we're-
9
I
is
get plus
16.
3, my cloak is plus 2, and then I put all my other points.
So,
So I got.
so Kyler has.
He's
a
got
s-
some great, like, non-class bonuses.
So
to
Kyler
intimidate.
has a 16 to diplomacy
16 diplomacy.
total.
Kyler, you chat up a man or woman of your preference.
We go for the woman, include me.
No.
They don't seem threatened by you. They seem more curious
Have sex with
by
Can we have sex with them?
by the presence of a halfling.
Please pick a woman and have.
Let's see what we can get without the sex first.
Damn it.
Why jump to the trump card?
I need a new Pathfinder group.
Oh, honey, no, you do not. So, what do I learn?
You chat up a man or woman. It's up to you.
Pick woman.
Woman.
Please pick
You chat up a fishwife.
Nice.
What's a fishwife?
Women who are very good
She
with
seems-
knives.
She seems greatly intrigued by you.
She's intrigued. Please, am I there?
You ask, what do you know about Ringier Malenkov? And the fishwife tells you that Ringier Malenkov, oh yes, he was recently taken into custody. The master of the town, who makes sure everything works as it should.
So
He ordered the capture of Ringier because Ringier was disturbing the peace.
was your piece disturbed?
My peace was not disturbed at all.
I would imagine it was.
I'll disturb your peace with that, baby. Ooh.
As you go to kiss,
Wait, are we kissing or sniping? Can I like stand awkwardly behind? Be like,
before your lips lock, you hear the sound of a man screaming in pain,
damn it.
followed by other men who screaming in aggression and the sounds of a man being beaten.
Talk about.
That's a mood killer.
Cock
Talk about
block.
cockblock.
Total move killer.
Yeah,
mood
no.
killer.
Yeah.
We can come back to this.
Fair. Evelyn was just kind of sulking in the back.
Vertical smile, denial. Okay, let's move on.
Holy shit! That was amazing. Don't edit that out.
No.
Damn. That was good.
That was amazing.
That was actually
Right?
Okay.
proud of you.
This is why you're the best.
Is this your least favorite group to GM for or what?
My least favorite. Hardly.
That's his least favorite out of his top one.
Yeah. So, before you lock lips with this pox-ridden fishwife,
Nice.
you thankfully hear the sound of trouble, giving you an excellent excuse to depart.
We're not coming back to this.
Okay, fair.
Everybody roll initiative!
Ooh.
As you all hear the commotion.
Hey, I rolled. You don't only rolled 5 and 9s this session,
Oh my
I
god.
rolled a
Natural
nine.
one, I love
Natural
it.
Shit.
one.
so 12 total.
Oh, mine says 13. So
12 rolls... sorry, Elliot rolls a 12. 12 rolls a 12.
Yes,
Elliot rolls
I
a
know.
12. Who else? Initiative? Nat 20 for Gefilte Fish. Well done.
Wow. I got a
26.
15.
26?
What's your initiative?
Nothing.
I rolled a 19.
My character's so easy to play, I add nothing to almost nothing except for strength range.
Good for you. I picked the most complicated.
Elliot, you rolled a 12, right?
I did indeed.
Bad guys rolled an 11.
Give it
Kyler?
I rolled a nat 1, so 4.
Evelina?
What pot?
Evelina.
Presumably a cooking pot.
Evelina.
Evelina rolled 13 and has a initiative
That's sick reach.
total of 2, so 15.
Hey,
Is that correct? Yeah, that's totally
Yes.
correct. So, Gefilte Fish. Miraculously, you were the first to react to this commotion.
I heard something.
You are first on the scene. You quickly run up to notice that there are 4 brutish-looking humans beating another human who is now fallen to the ground, holding up his arms in defense, pleading them to stop. Yeah, you hear a variety of threats, taunts, and accusations towards the man on the ground. One of them you can clearly hear is, "This is what happens when you don't pay your taxes." Gefilte Fish, what do you do?
I fucking steamroll that guy.
This guy?
Long sword or short sword?
You-
or long sword or great sword?
You- Fucking
So
great sword.
you butt fuck the IRS.
Yeah.
Whoa. You buttfuck the IRS. Guess who also has 15 hit points like the wolves?
The IRS.
The IRS.
No.
15 for attack.
15 for attack. That I think that hits.
Is that
You only got a 15?
Yeah.
That hits?
Yeah.
That hits. Roll your damage.
What'd you get on
9
that?
plus 7 is 16.
You slash this guy on the back, and he just screams in pain as he falls to the ground.
You severed his spine.
Oh, yeah.
He's screwed.
These three begin to look up at their devastated comrade, but before they can do anything or even react, it's Ivan's turn.
Ivan T-Wizard! Ivan T-Wiz! I'm just gonna use Scorching Ray on one.
Ouch. They're engaged in combat. You take a -4.
3! You rolled a 3.
That's a natural 3.
You accidentally blast a hole in the side of the mine. With fire.
I have seen Scorching Ray comically miss the target so many times.
It says, I know, I made your cooking pot.
Well,
That makes
That's what I told you. Right
that's an 8 minus 4, which is 4.
You always say that makes sense.
You cast Scorching Ray at the sun, and maybe it hits. Evelina's turn. I put that backwards. Evelina's turn.
Mine is the same on both
I
sides.
appreciate that you wrote on both sides.
Do you want me to write on the other side of each of those so you know?
I want some
Evelina's
markers.
turn.
You have to draw.
I
You're
can grab
good.
that. There's a Sharpie in that red
Okay.
bin if you would
You
like.
have to draw.
This will be Jaws, and this is Jaws.
Okay.
Alright, Evelina, what you doing?
Siegfried Roger.
Which one?
Where's your marker? Peace off.
Those are mine.
Can I use them
L sauce. What do you want to use them for?
to draw on the other side of my name tag?
That's what I'm doing right now. Evelina!
Okay.
So, she's rolling
Siegfried's going to attack
the closest one.
that.
That's you.
The one who did the epic.
Jaws and claws, full attack.
Yikes.
Yeah. It's
Someone's
be
gonna die.
scary shit.
So Jaws is going to be this one with claws.
Yep. So Jaws is the crystal dice, claws are the metal dice.
Crystal.
19.
11 and 10 and 2. So
Wait, this
2.
says 4.
So hold on. So when you do full attack, it's +5, 0, 0. So +5 for Jaws, which is the 2. So 7, 11, and 19.
Wait, this says initial.
7, 11, and 18.
19.
The 11 misses, but the other 2 hit.
7, 11, and 7 and 19 hit, but
Yes.
11 misses.
Yes.
7?
Okay.
I thought you said 17.
No,
19 hits.
Okay. So roll 1 damage for Jaws, which is a D4 plus 1.
You said 7, 11 so quickly, I thought you said 17, 11.
Yeah, sorry. D4 plus 1,
It's like-
so 5 damage.
To that dude. 5 damage. Ouch. So Siegfried tears a bit of his pants off with his claws, and he yelps in pain. Elliot
Oops.
is you, right here.
Oh, I was like,
Enter wherever you'd like.
probably with everybody else, but I'm gonna get into a flanking position with this guy here. If possible. What is this a?
That's a.
That's a flank. That dude is on the. That's a innocent, unarmed man
So
on
I
the
can
ground.
kind of like semi-share square with him.
Sure, yeah, totally.
Semi,
So-
like half step into it
Yeah, he's.
in the fight.
You won't notice if you step on him. He hurts all
Well, I was gonna say like if he's on the ground, like I can step near him and like.
So you run up there. Where's Siegfried? Is Siegfried in this square? Why not?
Yeah.
Who's flanking?
Oh, what about your
Elliot.
actual character? Did you do anything with Sphere? No? Okay. Alright,
Siegfried's got this.
I believe.
yeah. I'm gonna attack with my Master Dagger.
Sweet.
Actually, no, I'm gonna go with it.
You have beat the villains in initiative, which allows you to add your sneak attack.
I rolled
to this.
a natural.
Oh no! Reroll.
Is this combat 5,000?
14.
Yep. Plus.
Plus 7 attack bonus.
That is a confirmed critical hit.
Alright?
Roll your d6 plus strength.
Which is not much. It's 0.
Okay, well, d6.
4.
Double that.
8.
8. Cool. 8 damage plus your sneak attack.
Oh, snap. My sneak attack's actually pretty good because I have a bonus for that. As a roll. Hold on.
Kill, Kenny,
It's
kill.
plus 2d6 for sneak attack.
Indeed it is. Level 4.
So 8 plus 8 is 16.
So, Corvo Tano style, this guy turns to look at you.
Yes!
He holds
Yes,
up his
Corvo.
hand as your rapier pierces his hand and his brain.
Instant kill.
And he is dead before he hits the ground. Bad guy's turn. They scream. Like tiny little babies. And run away.
I didn't even get to do anything.
They run to this really poorly constructed hut. It's like, imagine a hut, imagine a building, a single floor building made out of like single planks of wood. Like
Let's
no,
construct more pylons.
no, yeah, exactly. No insulation.
So it's just like...
Just a single wall of planks comprise this building.
Wow.
They bang on the door hurriedly. The door opens and they run inside.
Okay. Kyler, will you be pursuing or talking
They're
to
inside
this?
the thing.
Talking to this person.
Are we still in combat?
But
They ran away.
we are murder hobos.
You
How
get-
much lamp
You
oil
get
do
the
you
sense.
have?
You right? You
Did
you
you not
get
just hear my
how
question
much
in
lamp
that,
oil do
do
you
I
have?
have
Switch around.
explosives?
This is the time to use lamp oil. Alchemist fire would be better,
It's
but
a
lamp oil will
fine-
totally do the trick.
I have
So-
alchemist
It's will
fire.
from it, so it
You
burns.
get the
It
sense
burns.
that these thugs, whoever they are not used to direct conflict. They're
Right.
used to people immediately folding to whatever.
Or, beating up unarmed civilians.
Yes.
This is what happens when you don't pay your taxes.
Taxman, get your house gone down.
Eh.
You like your legs? Too bad they're broken.
That's the scholarly level of these gentlemen.
Yeah.
Let's burn their house down. I like that
Yes,
idea.
I
Let's
Well, we
do
don't know
that.
whose hut this is.
I think their
they
intelligence
let
might
them
be about
in.
the same as my
Yeah, let's talk
raven.
about
They just open the door and they push the
7.
It's not the same thing.
Burn it down. Just ignore him. Burn it.
I'm chaotic neutral. Let's burn it down.
I feel like my character's probably good at being like I support
It's because I'm so convincing.
The paladin does not support this.
Not at all.
The druid shouldn't either.
I don't know.
I mean-
Yeah, what's the next move? There's this. They ran into this flimsy 20-foot by 20-foot hut.
Do we knock on the door and talk to them? Do like stuff?
You should just open the door. Gefilte fish.
What about the guy who's here groveling
Yeah,
on the
so-
ground? Are we gonna talk to him?
He's sad and beaten.
Can he speak?
Yeah.
Can we
Maybe.
kill those guys before they summon other
Yes.
peoples?
You know what I just thought about?
What's that?
We didn't
Well, you're
really
first.
do
What if
anything
I-
that was good. We just
First, so what
murdered
if
2
I write an
tax
action?
collectors.
Stab it open.
So
yeah, but
the-
what if they're like mafia type tax
the-
collectors? Like you gotta pay the tax for it's protection money.
They never called it
But they
taxes.
probably
That's
work
protection
for
money.
the money.
Elliot
Case
Kilkenny,
for
1 out of 1.
Capone.
They
Never
probably
did.
work for the government, though.
What government?
Right? Seriously.
Evil witch bitch.
You're
The-
right.
The,
You're
the
right.
Shantytown government? That sounds legit.
The Shantytown Mafia.
So,
I
as the fight ends, the fishwife, who seems
the
amorous
fight then-
towards you, tells you that those
I'm
4
pretty sure the
thugs.
fight's not over because
The
like
fight- the-
I'm gonna ready an action.
fight's
and
over
he's
for
gonna
now.
Go kick the door
The
down.
fight's over for
The
now.
fight's
The
over.
fishwife that you
Aw.
seduced
Wait,
quickly runs up to you and tells you that these 4 thugs were the very same that dragged off Ringier.
Well, obviously we gotta go like
Interrogate these motherfuckers.
She goes on to tell you that this is their guardhouse, and that is where Rengier is being held.
She don't
Oh,
have
you
any
shouldn't burn
doors
it
that
down.
are to that.
Shouldn't burn that shit down.
By taking a quick glance, there's only one. This is an Y'all,
They don't have another.
I'm gonna be real
exit.
honest with you right now.
Fucking amateurs.
They didn't even
Draw a map. From
draw a fucking map for this thing.
So it's very much a shack.
It is a shack.
Look
There
like
are-
MASH, and they rolled for shack.
There are no milkshakes in this shack.
Guess.
It's
Well,
just a sad shack.
Pretty good. We didn't burn it down yet. Then.
Fine. I'm gonna run up to the or walk up to the teleport up to the door because that's what I do. Tap on it and say, "Hey, you guys should let us in, or the big guy that looks like a yeti is just gonna kill you anyway."
You might live if you cooperate.
So, a slot on the door opens to reveal a massive inhuman eye. Like it's about that big.
What did you say?
Said we're gonna stab you. in the
I said we have cookies, and I hold up a spiteful cookie.
You have,
Yes!
Really, you're gonna use the spiteful cookie on them?
No.
you have cookies?
For the big guy, yeah.
I think I'm the big guy. So, well, maybe I'm the big guy. Fuck off, I'm the big guy.
And then you hear a human man. No! That's the people who tried to kill us. Don't open the door.
Don't open the door.
Don't open the door.
The cookie through the-
Sorry, doesn't matter how many cookies you have. This is an incredibly fortified fortress. I dare you to try to break your way in.
Enlarged person. We have a potion for that even.
I just tap on the door lightly and I say, "I'll just give you the cookie through the slot."
There's no slot. It's a shitty door.
He says he's gonna give us a cookie. Don't take a cookie. I should get the cookie. Fuck off! I should get the cookie.
And then you hear a human man say, No, there's no cookies. Those people are trying to kill us.
I
How bad can they be? They have cookies.
I just hold up the cookie right in front of the slot.
It's obviously a trick of some sort. Those people just killed two of our friends. There's like a green dude with black armor who sliced one of our friends in half. Do not let them in.
But they have cookies.
I don't care what they have. Do not open that door.
All right. Well, if you say so.
We should just break down the fucking door. You're fucking enormous.
Your strength is massive.
You say it's just a slot that opens the.
There's a, like the eye slot that.
Yeah.
What's the password? It's one of those. The door is still closed, but keep in mind this is an incredibly flimsy hut. It is like one.
Break down the entire
Like you could
fucking
fall
hut.
against it
Okay.
hard enough while drunk to break it down.
Okay,
Gefiltovich, you are quite confident
You
that
can
if you
literally
were
just walk into it and destroy
if you were
it.
to charge this thing, you would be able to break right through the wall.
I
Exactly.
piloted the door open.
Paladin the door.
But
Where?
I was gonna open
Which-
this. I was
the
gonna
door or
open
the wall?
slot
Which
with
square?
Mage hand.
Where are you paladining the door?
This matters.
I was gonna
Can I,
open the slot
can I
with
like
mage hand.
dash this door into whatever's face?
Right through the door.
Yeah.
Can I stab whoever is in the face? Like, because I'm riding on his shoulder.
I'm cool with this because
I weigh
they
like.
were murdered.
You're a backpack destroyer of trolls.
Yeah.
That's actually, I think that's.
All right. Everybody roll initiative. I'm gonna pee.
Like 400 Newton.
I rolled a 1.
No, initiative.
I mean, total it's 8, but
I have a total of 5.
Bad dudes rolled a 3. So Elliot's got a 5. Other initiatives. What do we got?
8 for him.
8 for Ivan.
Yep.
but I rolled a 1. Does that matter?
No,
not for
8 is
initiative.
for impressive. I was gonna say you must have rolled a 1 if you got an 8, Mr. Top Score Initiative.
Right.
What else? Tyler, what's your initiative?
6.
Elliot, you got a
5. So she's the best.
Evelina?
Evelina rolled a 6 plus 2 is 8.
You did badly.
Wait, what's Kyler's initiative? So Kyler goes before Evelina.
With what? Oh, okay.
Because of the +3 versus +2.
Wow. Because rogue, motherfucker.
Gefilte Fish, you roll a 12 to your initiative, and you are first to go.
I mean, like, fuck us, right? I mean, hey, at least we all go before villains.
Alright, Gefilte
So
Fish.
actually, you broke through the door,
Yeah.
and we're kind of like trailing behind you in there, ways.
So Gefilte Fish, make a strength check.
As if he needs to.
10. You run at this door, jump with one mighty kick, you launch the door off of its hinges, and you land right here without doing any excess damage to the hut.
So the hut
Standing in front of you
standing.
is a 12-foot tall monster of a creature.
He's 14 feet tall, though, right now.
A tiny, puny bitch that needs to be murdered. Next to the tiny bitch is another tiny bitch. And just behind one tiny bitch are even tinier bitches. And then there's this guy, who is a well-dressed gentleman who seems, judging by his ethnicity, he seems to be a foreigner to these parts. But judging by his jewelry, it seems that he inhabits a higher position in the societal structure, despite being a foreigner.
Yes!
Crack-a-lackin'. Are we crunk or what? Gefilte Fish, with your 12, you are first to go.
Good.
Okay. 21 hits.
Man, I roll so many times and it's huge achievement or something.
You do. Either one is fine.
18?
18 also hit. Wait, 18 damage?
That's the game.
Ow.
What?
Damn, son!
God.
You slice this ogre. They're called ogres.
He cleaves the. Oh, you don't have cleave yet?
No, that's next.
So, Ivan, it is now your turn.
I light my pipe and walk away.
You light your pipe and walk away. Full move action, 30 feet.
You're done.
Yeah. I ain't getting in there.
Cool stuff.
I could die.
Kyler,
Who are the red guys again?
the fish camp guards.
The bitches.
Yeah.
It's funny that I say I could die because I have more hit points
So-
than the others.
Inside the hut are two of these
Yeah.
large-sized creatures. They're about 12 feet tall.
One of them just took 18 damage in the later.
They look like these. They look
Wait,
like.
that one's still alive?
They look like
Yeah.
inbred giants.
Maybe ability to have.
Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna stab that dude in the face.
Where's you?
On
On
top
top
of
of
the
it.
Backpack.
Ah, your backpack!
Destroyer of trolls!
Yes.
Gefilte Fish and I are a team.
Do you
He
want to?
moves and I full attack.
So you beat the creature in initiative. You want to just jump up and stab it in the face as a full round action.
Yes, with 2 weapons.
Make a full round action. You don't have to move. You're right in
So
front of the ogre.
2d20, 1 for each weapon. Yeah. No, which one's which? Real quick. You have
Blue is rapier, and then the other darker blue is short sword. It doesn't matter, they're the fucking same.
Okay, so you roll 19 for the rapier.
That's a critical
which
threat.
is critical. And then you roll a 4 plus. Where's your full attack? Where's your full attack? Yes. So 10 for the dagger.
The dagger does not hit, but the rapier strikes true. Re-roll the rapier to see if you critically hit.
Rolls a 4. Plus, is it plus 6 again, or?
Or is it
Yeah, plus whatever it is you added before.
So it's 10 total.
You do not confirm a critical hit. You do normal damage plus your sneak attack.
So, roll normal damage for your rapier, which is a D4. Which you rolled a 1. Plus sneak attack, which is 10. Damn.
Damn, girl. Do I kill it in the face?
Maybe.
Please?
So, Gefilte Fish slices this ogre. You jump off of Gefilte Fish's shoulders with your weapons in hand. Your rapier goes through the ogre's skull, like right through his eye and out the back of his skull. Your dagger hits the top of his skull and chinks off to the side. But your rapier does enough damage. The ogre falls to the ground.
I am Backpack, Slayer of Ogres!
With you straddling the dead ogre's head. Elliot.
Evelina.
I have 30.
Evelina. They're both E names.
Evelina.
Hold on.
So it's Evelina's turn?
Evelina's
Yes.
turn. Elliot is next after Evelina. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm counting.
I saw E's. Evelina, what would you like to do? It's your turn.
Slippery's going to attack
Well, I'm trying to see if I can get through the other door.
I feel like this is a more dangerous fight than with the witch.
It might
The
be.
is the two guys that
It's
like,
only gonna get harder.
Okay,
So attack one of them. So Siegfried goes through the door underneath beneath the Gefilte Fish, through his Gefilte Fish's legs and attacks the little micro bitch to his right.
Roll your full attack, Counts Master.
Alright, so
White as teeth.
19, 20.
Reroll that 20.
Wait, does 19 is 19?
No, 19 doesn't threat.
What the 9 is plus 0. So it won't hit. 10 plus 0.
So the bite and the claw do normal damage.
Alright. It's D6 plus 3 and D4 plus 1. So do a D6 and a D4.
It's 1 plus 4.
4 plus 1 is 5.
5 plus 4.
What?
It's
No.
1 plus 3.
No, D4 plus 1, so 5 damage plus this 1 damage plus 3 is 9. Yes.
Did I say that?
9 damage total.
Okay, with the bite and the claw?
Yeah. You're right. Yeah, I'm sorry.
So
Yeah, he
Siegfried
doesn't
greatly
really like short notes for one.
Siegfried wounds one of the guards but doesn't kill him. It is now Elliot's turn.
Is it 10 first or 5 first for
Wait,
diagonal?
are you not going?
Or diagonal?
It's 5, 10, 5, 10.
Okay. So 5.
Where's
10.
your character even? Right there?
I
He's
can't
not
go
gonna
there.
go?
You can make an acrobatics check to tumble through enemy squares.
I do that, and I'm gonna
Wait,
try and get to the other side over here
Like, that's not it.
Okay.
for flanking.
Are you not turning into a tiger yet?
So
Natural 20.
you're there.
30.
You pass. You're there.
All right. And I'll probably attack the big guy. I don't know where he's focused. I don't know which would be the best.
He hasn't had a chance to attack. It's
Yeah.
an ogre. He's holding
So he's
this.
flat-footed.
He is.
I have the that one perk. What is it?
So
Surprise attack, extended thing.
So
I don't know if that makes
surprise attack, I think.
They
gives
haven't
you
gone
bonus-
yet.
Yes. No, they haven't gone yet.
So I think I get that. That means for me, I get the bonus 2d6 at this point, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
All right. Anywho,
So the creature is unable to defend itself, so you get your sneak attack, whatever
yeah,
that
yeah.
is,
So
determined by your
I'm
rogue
just
level.
gonna take after my acrobatics. I obviously can't grab both weapons. Probably won't really work. And I'll just take a rapier and just stab.
Surprise attack.
Yes.
During the surprise round, opponents are always considered flat-footed to a rogue with this ability, even if they have already acted. So the surprise attack, the surprise round, is the move or standard action you get when you're attacking somebody who is
Has
not
no
aware
idea.
of your
Yeah,
existence.
It's the first
So
round.
the surprise round was, in this case, was Gefilte Fish kicking down the door and cutting that guy.
We're still within that round.
It's
technically.
so the two guards were attacked and ran into the building and raised an alarm.
Okay, so we're no
So-
longer in. We're in the second round.
Yes, so the surprise round was lost. This is
Yes.
the first round of combat.
Right.
And because you happen to beat the villains in initiative, they are flat-footed.
Okay.
But it is not the surprise round.
Okay. All right. Cool.
That
Just
makes sense.
wanted to clarify.
Yeah,
that.
for sure.
All right. So I'm gonna roll for my rapier. I rolled a 19, which is
That's a
critical.
crit threat.
Roll for a confirm.
Roll to confirm.
16 plus 7.
That is a confirmed critical hit.
Hell yeah.
Finally!
Right? So I roll a d6 for damage and then I need 2d6 for sneak.
So multiply that by 2.
4
Okay, roll your sneak attack.
plus 3. God fuck.
Oh no.
I know.
7 damage on it.
Well, you wound the ogre. It is now.
Minorly.
It is now the bad guy's turn.
You don't have cookies?
So the
Throw a cookie in the middle of the floor.
Fair. That's a free action. Yeah.
the fish camp guards attack the people in front of them. Kyler. Kyler does an 11 hit you.
No.
Siegfried. Ooh, Siegfried does a 24 hit you.
Your AC 17.
That is a hit.
We're back to full health.
We should see if we can buy tiger iron.
You gotta think. We have to pick this
Siegfried takes 9 damage as
Tiger
this
armor.
fish camp guard hits him with this big hooked weapon. It seems like it's designed to like hook pieces of ice or fish, but it harms Siegfried well enough.
It's yeah. No, sorry. It's 18 under and 9 under because it's wounds. 9 wounds. 18 total.
The ogre attacks Elliot, who
Yes.
hurt him.
Can I make use of my dodge?
So your the dodge feat?
Yeah, I have uncanny dodge. So.
Oh, okay. Uncanny dodge makes it so you are never caught flat-footed,
Right.
which
but
means no one can
okay.
sneak up on you.
Okay, but there's no way to normally dodge then without the specific feat.
There is a feat called dodge that gives
Yeah,
you a
which-
+1 to your armor class,
Okay, never mind then.
but it's not like a check that you can roll.
You would think that like that's like an acrobatics or like a
It's
reaction, like
there are some games that have that, like for example, like Warhammer
yeah,
has that. There's like a parry dodge
Right.
thing you can roll to see if it hits.
yeah, like a counter.
But yeah, Pathfinder doesn't have that.
Okay, good to know.
So it's armor class is what
Yeah.
determines if you're
Mine's
struck
18.
or not. So
What did you roll? 18.
yeah. So
Does defender win all ties? How does that work?
if it meets the AC, it's a strike. It's a
Okay,
successful
so
strike.
it's a hit. All right.
So he manages to successfully hit you. These ogres are quite strong. Ooh. You are struck with 16 damage as this ogre comes down and hits you with his hook.
Yeah.
Oh, you have 30.
This guy, this
I don't know how accurate it is, though.
sniveling, well-dressed foreigner of sorts, draws his rapier, haven't you, and attacks you. Oh shit, that's a natural 1. Does a 17 hit you?
No.
He critically misses. He thrusts his rapier at you in a very defendable way with an easy flourish. You smack the rapier out of the way, and with your free hand, you disarm him.
Yeah.
What a bastard.
Gefilte fish. It's now your turn.
You're gonna come in the room. I do the other ogre in the face.
Boom.
Do the
So,
ogre in the face.
As a 5-foot step, you can step there and try to attack the ogre from around a corner. That's going to give you a penalty to your attack. Or you can use a move action to share the square with Kyler, as he is small, to have an unobstructed strike against the ogre. Cool.
You need anything
Roll it.
while I'm going to the kitchen?
I'm good.
Do you want anything while I'm going to the
I'm
kitchen?
good. Thank you, sir. 17 to strike the ogre. Hits the ogre. That you've discovered the ogre's armor class.
You want me to go? Anything while I'm going to the kitchen?
That would be, you have discovered the ogre's armor class.
That's hilarious. Right? That's exactly the music that.
12.
Yeah.
You now know the ogre's hourglass.
Yeah, you get to roll 3 times on the damage.
No.
That's damage, not attack.
You get to roll 3 6-sided dice.
Yeah.
You got 1 on each of them.
No.
What did you get?
Wait. What was your attack roll against the ogre? 17?
17.
Okay, you passed. Right, sorry, we talked about that. So the damage is 3d6? Right, because you're enlarged?
Okay.
Okay.
What did you get total?
I don't remember. What did I say?
What did you just roll? Aren't you looking at the dice?
I rolled a single 1 3 times.
Do you not remember the result?
I don't.
I thought I was drunk. Reroll. We gotta get to the bottom of this.
Roll it and call it out each time.
12.
6,
Oh.
5. Oh my fucking god.
Hold on. 6 6 5.
6,
12, 17 plus
9.
9.
Yeah.
26 damage.
So-
He better be fucking dead. That was a fence kill.
Elliot tumbles past this ogre and is like menaces him with his rapier. Then punches that sniveling noble in the face and takes his rapier. Doesn't really do much damage to the ogre. Then Gefilte steps in and with one clean sweep takes the ogre's head off.
I figured you were going with decapitation there, and I.
Bam! Kills him. And it is now Ivan's turn. You continue smoking your pipe.
Yeah.
I'm gonna count that as a hold action. Kyler, it's your turn.
Yes. I like how 2 of us just don't do shit.
With Evelina after Kyler.
Okay.
Which one of these 2 should I tell?
I heard one of them, but I don't remember which one.
The one on the right from the point of view of the tiger.
Well, the one where we
Well, let's attack this one then.
This guy?
Yeah.
Ooh, he's been tiger punched. Do your thing.
Should we leave one of them alive? for,
Kyler, do your thing.
Well, that motherfucker's gonna be
No,
alive.
we got the dude.
Yeah, he's disarmed. Like, fuck that guy.
Kyler.
Let's kill that.
What?
Does increase his strength by 2.
Just 2. Which doesn't affect the attack because he's large, but it does affect the
I
damage.
just want to try. Increase it by
Kyler, do your thing. Kyler, do your thing.
Is this the attack roll?
Kyler, do your goddamn thing.
You got
Roll
12
20.
plus some number.
20, that hits.
Your dancing's so on point. 4.
Plus.
4 damage? Plus?
Something.
I think it's just 4, yeah. Are you stabbing the...
Stab in the face.
So because you're small, you can share a space with a medium-sized creature.
Like, secret.
Yeah, so
7?
just jump off Siegfried's shoulders.
What's the damage? 7?
Ivan's dancing
4?
inside of the shack.
You
So is Evelina, the
you
woman.
jump, put a foot on Siegfried's back. He gnars awkwardly. You cut this guy across the face, but he grabs you and pushes you back onto your feet. He's seriously injured, but he's not dead. Evelina,
Yes, okay. Siegfried's going to attack that one.
roll your attacks.
Okay, so D20, where the fuck is it? So this is going to be the jaws.
Cool.
Okay, 17, 5, 12. Which.
Yeah. What do you need?
Ow.
Well, obviously, but I don't know other numbers. What do you need? Specifically.
There's no jaws.
So, this is Jaws, right? So Jaws rolls 17 plus 5.
That hits.
Then we have 5 and 12 even.
Those don't hit. The jaws hit.
The Jaws hit, roll a d6.
To the
for
guy that
damage.
Kyler just cut,
Yes.
do any damage. Not any damage.
4 plus 3 is 7.
7.
Kaboom! Siegfried lunges forward, bites this man in the throat. He drops to the ground, screaming, as then Siegfried begins to eat his face.
Woo!
Elliot, it's now your turn.
Siegfried's jaws.
Wait, no. Do you want to attack or cast a spell, Evelina?
She's outside.
I mean,
You're outside,
necrosphere.
not into the building.
Okay, then no.
Okay.
Then she's fine.
Elliot, it's your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna attack the other dude. That's the only one left alive.
That one
has a weapon.
Okay.
Are we sure we don't want to, like, torture him?
This motherfucker's still alive.
But he has no weapon.
Yeah, so we're leaving the non-weaponized one.
Yeah, the not
Okay, fine. I held my action. I'm gonna duck in and say, "Hey, do you really want to keep fighting?"
Motherfucker.
Fair.
Elliot, what are you doing?
Well,
Demand surrender.
The answer is no.
Okay.
Elliot, what are you doing?
Demand
I just put my masterwork
drop
dagger
your
to his
weapon.
throat and just
You just
sit there.
All right, cool. You
Because
point
it's
your masterwork dagger to
Oh,
his
right.
throat in a single bead of blood.
And then the rapier to the other guy's throat. Just be like, hey.
Hey.
Like, come on, walk towards me.
Hey.
You know?
I think you lost.
Right?
Our Yeti just murdered everybody.
So,
I think all your
Elliot
friends
with
be-
one rapier pointing the fancy guy's throat, causing him to bleed a single bead
Dandy,
of red
man.
of blue blood. With another hand, he points it towards the remaining fish camp guard. After that move, the fish camp guard attempts to escape. He screams and he runs away. If you fill the fish, do you let
Runs
him go?
away in what direction?
He runs out the front door. Do you guys let him go?
No.
I
Just get through you.
grab his face.
Just literally just smack.
What kind of check is that?
Make
Grapple check.
Make a combat maneuver bonus check.
Yes, CMB check.
What the fuck is that?
There's a
Which is
CMB
that.
value.
You had your
Roll a
strength
d20 plus 10.
plus 9.
18.
Well, no, you're right, plus 10 because he's large.
Oh, shit.
11 because he's large, actually. So 20
Yes.
because you got a size bonus.
I do a 20 at his face.
I do a 20 at his face.
His combat maneuver defense is 19, so you barely managed to beat him with one meaty sausage-fingered hand.
Yeah.
You grab his face and push him into the ground,
Yeah.
and he quickly yields. So, you, with gefilte fish with your giant sausage-fingered hand, you smash this last surviving fish camp guard into the ground by the face.
And accidentally smushes his skull.
The dandy, holding up bejeweled fingers, was like, please don't kill me.
Ask him if he's the uncle dude.
I'll ask him. I'll ask him if
Can I ask
he knows
him
the uncle.
The uncle?
Sorry, I meant in the name.
What the fuck is his name?
It is fucking anybody remember this motherfucker's name?
Which one of you?
Dudley, what's his name?
Dudley Howell.
Which one of you is Nadia's uncle?
Calm down. Ringia. You
Yes.
speak of Ringia. Yes, of course, he's in this cell. Right, he jumbles for like a set of keys. Please, he's all yours. Just, please don't hurt me.
And who the fuck are you?
I love his voice.
Yeah, right.
He's my new favorite.
Who are you
Who
exactly?
the fuck are you?
And what are you doing?
Did you say his face was
Yes,
cool?
yes. Hello. I am, yes. My name is...
Motherfucker, this book is too long.
My name is Master... Well, I suppose not Master anymore. Marcian. Please,
Like a Martian?
call me Marcian. Yes, that is my name. Please don't hurt me.
And what are you doing here, Master Martian?
I've been... Oh, what? Insist on calling me Master. I want to pose. Oh, my goodness. Well, I'm in charge of this...
Hurry up or I'll stab you in the face.
I do believe you, small one. Sorry, did I say small? Quite large. Anyway, yes, I am well, the de facto leader of this humble shantytown. Please don't hurt me.
De facto. As appointed by whom?
Appointed by, well, the... All right, fine. In place of an officially appointed leader, I suppose I am in charge here.
And how
As you listen to this guy talk and get a good look at him, you recognize that he is of Taldan nationality.
Oh shit.
he is not an Iraseni native.
Yeah,
He
right.
speaks beautiful Taldan.
Yeah, because
It's
that's
likely
like
that-
our hometown.
It's like
that
exactly.
we showed up.
It's likely that this man was some sort of an exile.
Yeah, and he's a weasel, and it was like, I want some power, kind of thing.
Let's let like a built-up edge sit on him and fart him out.
Yeah.
That's how I preach the word.
Oh, please. Yes, fart on me as much as you wish. Please don't kill me. Oh, that's truly lovely.
I fully grasp this particular entity.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's frisk
Okay.
this guy for keys.
He gave you his ring of keys.
Great.
Let me tell you
Okay,
about
so
one
you
dog.
guys keep an eye on that dude.
It's a
I'm
ring
gonna
that has
talk-
like one key on it.
Right, so you guys
That's it, really?
Yeah? Make sure he doesn't go anywhere.
I'm keeping my rapier in his throat. He's not.
I'm gonna
Preach the
like
word.
knock on the cell door before I open it.
I
and
imagine
be like,
it's just-
hey, is Nadia's uncle in here?
Knocks on doors before they
I was gonna say it's a cell door you
Dude.
can see through.
Oh, is there a
So-
dude?
It's a cell
Where's
door.
Nadia, by the
Can
way?
I see? Is this like
Nadia
bars?
is
leave back
in the
front
small
back.
shanty town, but she is not engaged in
Wait,
combat.
Are these
Okay.
bars or is this like a solid wall?
It's a solid wall.
Okay, so
Solid wall
What's
made of a single.
the cell door look? What kind of?
It's a
door?
flimsy piece of wood, like this door
We
was.
open the door.
is there
Wait,
an
we don't
eye
even need
thingy on it?
There is not, no.
Okay, so I knock on the fucking door. Hello, is this Nadia's uncle?
Oh, what?
What's your name?
Hey, hey, come here.
Speak clearly, or I'll leave you in there.
What's your name?
What language is
try-
this?
He's speaking Scald. Do you speak Scald?
No,
I speak Scald.
God damn
I
it.
speak Scald.
Okay, so I'm gonna take your place holding a dagger at that dude's throat and be like, hey, you talk to this motherfucker, I'm gonna keep menacing this dude.
Okay,
So, you understand this as Martian? Is this another one of your cool tricks?
I respond in Scald. No, we are. We came with Nadia.
Ooh, Nadia.
Yeah, you're niece-in-law.
Oh,
Goodness.
you know Nadia.
Yes, she's in town.
Please, you are friends of Nadia.
Yes.
Well, please, free me.
Okay.
Oh,
Unlock
And
the
kill
door.
that sniveling bastard who put me here, if you feel like it.
I relay the message that says, Nadia's uncle kindly requests that we kill the sniveling bastard.
What? Oh, please.
You have the dagger in his throat. That is your call.
Do
there.
it.
Well, you're small. You have like a dagger like right in his gut.
Oh, that's a terrible way to die.
It is a terrible way to die.
Oh, stomach perforation. That's one of the
Well,
worst
I
ways
mean-
to die.
once you stab him in the stomach, they usually fall down, and then you can stab them in the throat, and they die faster.
If you're feeling merciful.
If you want to kill him fast.
Stab him in the
Luckily,
thigh,
everything
so
was
he
like half full, so
falls
nothing's
down,
good.
and then stab him in the throat. Can I do that?
Yeah.
And
He's
he's,
in-
fucking dead.
He's
as
entirely
shit.
at your mercy. You stab him in the throat, he screams, "Ah!" and falls to the ground. No! Ah! Oh! And before he can say anything else, you stab him in the throat, and he gurgles on his own blood and dies.
Yes.
You know, that guy might have had.
We're gonna loot him. Let's loot him.
No!
Can we
I
loot
mean, he
him?
might have known things we wanted to know.
He was a weasel. He knew nothing.
That
Fuck that guy.
weasels don't.
That weasel sucked.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Hey, Nadia's uncle-in-law may have overheard something.
Okay.
What languages do you speak? Do you recall? He speaks Scald.
All of the languages.
He speaks, yeah. Ivan
Taldan,
speaks Scald.
Elven, Scald,
Yeah, you speak
Sylvan, Orin,
Scald.
Celestial,
All we need to hear was Scald.
Abyssal, Infernal.
He's speaking Scald.
Scald is the only
You're
one.
Skull,
good.
you understand it.
I
You're
speak 12 languages.
Yeah, but I don't know. Scald may not have been one of them.
It is.
So-
it's one of them.
Okay.
Do
It's
you-
one of
I don't know all the 12 languages you speak.
Can you
So-
speak orc? Am I the only one that can speak orc?
You are the only one.
Yes.
Oh, I'm useful.
Suck on that for a
Intellectually.
second.
No, no, wait.
You are
So,
useful, except
I unlock the
have
door and
scrolls
I
of
let out the
comprehend
man in the
language.
cell.
Oh, damn.
This crusty, grizzly looking fishmonger
That's right, Ringier Malenkov.
That's a really nice picture.
is standing at the door.
His helmet looks like an acorn.
It does.
Wait, he looks like Uncle.
So
Yeah, that's
You-
like Scandinavian.
you are friends with Nadia.
Yeah.
Yes, she is in town.
Well met, friends. Please, show me to her. We have much to catch up on.
Absolutely.
Ah, wonderful. Ah, I see you killed that sniveling little weasel. I suppose this house is ours now, for what it's worth. Oh,
You're gonna loot his corpse?
Yeah, let's loot his corpse.
You said for what it's worth?
for what it's worth?
You're
Yeah.
gonna do
Where's
a
the
no.
D20?
Right here. You're gonna do like an appraise. He rolls a 10.
Plus.
Sounds
oh,
like-
jeez.
What's your appraise? Do you know?
24.
It's intelligence.
This house
plus
is
ranks.
barely worth more than the kindling it would provide if smashed to splinters.
So like. Like 1 silver and 2.
But
Oh my god.
It's
compared to the rest of the housing of this shanty town, it's pretty nice digs.
So it's worth 3 copper.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
worth less than firewood. because
Three
it's in
whole
the park.
copper.
Yeah.
What do we do with this guy?
Oh right, he's fucking alive.
Oh, yeah.
I could actually take this wood and make.
Oh
more
yeah,
things
there's like a
out.
dude like
This motherfucker's just sitting in
there's
the
a
corner,
dude
like,
that you're like holding the face up and he's like
he's
Your built image is
mentally
just like
deficient.
sitting
Yeah.
on him.
he's weakly struggling. Ugh,
What do we do?
who is that?
You're welcome to just swish
Sit
his
on
Wait,
it.
no,
I'm-
let's
Oh.
question
I'm a
him.
So-
good paladin.
we
Rin-
ask
Rin-
him things.
Ringier looks down at the man you're strangling. Ugh, is that Sergi? Sergi, you are worth nothing. You're a menace to this city.
Also worth 3 copper.
Please, if you crush his skull like bird's egg, I give you a gold piece.
I crushed his head between my thighs
Bro.
like Sparrow's egg.
Bro, we have like
No, it's a quote.
10,000 gold pieces
Zangief.
worth of shit
Let's
between
question
us.
him.
Ask him a few questions.
You don't need to
We're
murder
not
him.
hurting for money.
I can't murder people.
No,
No,
Fighting me.
you can't murder people.
Okay,
That's
but
right.
you
You're
can
a
hold
paladin.
I
This-
cannot murder people.
This
Yeah,
sniveling little bottom feeder knows
Hold him in
nothing.
place and I can murder him unexpectedly.
If you are
I
friends of...
leave, I toss his face to the corner of the room. I leave.
Okay, you rip his face off and toss him to the side of the floor.
Well, not that.
And he dies.
No, he actually can't do that.
No,
Whoops.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I
You
by
just,
the
like,
head, I just like
shut
throw
him
it-
away.
so that they can deal with
Make
it.
a strength check.
I can do that.
7.
Is that an... Okay, 7.
Oh, 7.
So you,
Oh.
by the face,
So 13.
throw him to the side.
Yeah. And
Wait,
like,
7
Throw
plus
me
strength.
to a wall.
What's your strength bonus?
Oh, 5.
It's 12.
You might
You hear a
you
crack.
might still be
You
large.
hear a sickening crack as you discard this man.
Oh.
I didn't mean to do that! And as he hits the side of the shanty shack, hits the ground, motionless.
That's not what I wanted! That's not even too
Rin-
strong!
Ringier reaches into his pocket and flips you a gold piece.
Yes!
So is he dead?
Killed him.
No. This is a good thing. He was, how you say, extortionist.
I'm making oops.
It's quite okay, my friend.
The
The fundament just goes contortionist.
The fundament is a giant asshole, doesn't care.
Let's rummage through all of their pockets.
So extortionist.
Okay, what's the name of that book again?
Protection from me.
What is it, Rain of Stars?
Yes.
I lent it to
Yes,
you.
yeah.
With Rain of
I
Stars.
am
on
go-
my desk.
I'm gonna find that fucking book. I don't
It's-
care if I have to find it in Braille. I
The
will
Great
read that book.
Fundament is one page of that entire book.
I will still read the entire book.
There's no, it's just one page.
I probably
2
can't find
pages.
that book in Braille.
Recycling
Probably.
is over here.
Yeah, no, I know. I was gonna grab another beer.
Oh,
Where
I
it recycles.
just happened to notice you were standing by the trash can.
I'm drunk, so I'm gonna grab another beer
Dude, I
before
feel
I
that.
recycle this
Can
one.
we loot the dead bodies? Can
Yes.
we do that? I
So
don't
after,
think
after
that.
after thoroughly looting the dead bodies, I will post the loot onto the shared Google Drive.
I'll
document.
make icons.
Yes, please do.
Your face is
So,
big.
yeah, you loot this guy. The guy that you stabbed in the thigh and then in the throat. He had some pretty cool stuff. He had a +1 rapier,
Whoa.
a magical +1 rapier.
Mine.
No, it's medium sized. You can't wield it.
Nelly, is it medium sized?
It's a magical item, so if you touch it, it sizes to you.
It's mine!
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's.
Like the one.
You already took the wolf cloak.
There's no rules that say it doesn't.
Yeah, but I can also take rapiers. So.
It's fucking magical. Back the fuck off, Ivan.
No, I know. I don't care.
Good point. So, yeah. The dude you killed has a +1 magical rapier. He has +1 studded leather. He has a regular dagger, a masterwork light crossbow with 10 bolts, a ring of protection +1.
Hey, a masterwork crossbow?
Masterwork thieves tools.
I'll take those.
Can I use a crossbow?
And
You got charisma.
several golden rings
Can I
that
use a crossbow?
if you were to take to market, you'd get a nice.
So I'll take the
sum
masterwork
for.
tools, and can you talk about the crossbow again?
Wait, can I use
It's
it?
masterwork light crossbow.
Wait, can I use
How's
it?
that different from
Crossbows are
crossbow?
simple weapons, so anyone who's familiar with
How's
there are
it-
no monks here, so
How
everyone
does
can
it
use
like
everyone
have
can
it
use it.
How does it
Doesn't
compare
do
to a normal
anything at
hand
all.
crossbow?
It does a little bit more damage than a hand crossbow.
Is it like a two-handed
It doesn't.
crossbow?
It's a two-handed. It's like a full big
crossbow.
It does a D8.
Oh, can I?
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes,
Ringier,
that's-
you have successfully saved Ringier Malenkov. Ringier is a hard-bitten old man who looks like he's spent his entire life in Irison. He's seen all sorts of witchy horrors and has somehow remained alive and passionate to continue the great fight against this tyrannical government.
Yeah, didn't they kill his
So-
whole family?
After Ringier's rescue, he invites you to his modest hut, where you have the opportunity to eat some hot food and rest without having to fight the elements. Something that you are very grateful to have after a 9-day trek through.
The elements.
Yeah, the elements.
We were in.
Did any of us even take any damage?
So
I did. I got 16 damage.
So he asks to hear why you are here, but doesn't push.
We have some very, very important things that
We are here to
wish
prevent
address.
this-
We got
Spread of
stuff
eternal
to do.
Yeah. This
That's a
sounds.
lot of
This seems to align with my personal goals.
I think you'll like what we end up doing here.
That is an impressive set of armor you have there, my
Thank
friend.
you.
Yes.
He doesn't speak
Oh.
Scald, though.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, what?
You have no idea what's going on.
I just fart.
Actually, no, you don't, because that's...
Ringier speaks Chaldean
Oh, good.
in
Excellent.
a heavily accented. He doesn't speak it very well.
Right.
This is good practice for me. I have little opportunity to speak in this language. Yes, I understand beyond these frozen borders, this is a language of common usage. Perhaps one day when I'm free of this treacherous place, I will have more opportunity to speak such as this.
We can be friends.
And look forward to that. So, he asks for your story. You just tell him you guys are here to thwart the Winter Witches,
Yeah.
and that's good enough for him.
Just fuck those
As you
It's normal.
As you are with his niece, well, by marriage, niece, Nadia, he's very happy to see Nadia. You get the sense that they haven't seen each other in a long time, and he then confirms that he hasn't seen her in over a decade.
Oh, sure.
When did her husband die?
Years and years ago. And Ringier has always lived in this town.
Right, so it's been pretty distant for her.
He never lived in Waldsby. She met him when she and her husband got married.
Like at the wedding and then kind of not
Yeah.
after kind of thing.
Didn't really even got to know him, just kind of like waved at him once. But her husband told her about him. He confirms that all the stories that Nadia had told are in fact true. Several years
Update
ago.
him on his nephews.
So he
Can you
his-
sneak us in so we can
he's
kill
been
some?
he's spent over a decade of his life working as a smuggler, smuggling people and goods in and out of the capital city of
Yeah.
Whitethrone. And in the time that he's done that, his wife and his daughter were captured and killed by the Winter Witches. But despite these harsh consequences to his actions, he continues to fight the rebellious fight. He then tells you something that Nadia
Yeah,
was
that was
not
some of the
even
Winter
aware
Witches.
of.
You should just capture them and keep them so that he stops.
In his activity as a smuggler, Ringier was contacted by an underground resistance group called the Heralds of Summer's Return, a secret society of rebels who seek to eventually overthrow the Winter Witches put an end to their eternal winter
Presumably through guerrilla warfare tactics.
So this like
through guerrilla warfare tactics, but also political manipulation.
so this like country we're in that's all snowy. It's
Mhm.
not supposed to be snowy.
No, it's eternal winter. There are no seasons. It's winter year round. It's like August right now,
Oh,
but it's like
And
it's
we're like,
January.
Northern Hemisphere August, not Southern Hemisphere August.
yeah.
Yes.
We're, like,
It's
near the
still fucking
equator.
August.
This is like the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe eternal winter.
Okay.
Except there's no lion, there's no wardrobe, it's just witches everywhere. You laugh, but it's true.
I need to find a wardrobe and just carry it with us.
So Ringier was
In
contacted.
your
So
bag of holding.
Ringier was contacted by an underground resistance group called the Heralds of Summer's Return. These resistance fighters in Whitethrone are members of a clandestine cult of a lesser-known goddess known as Milani, who is pretty much a goddess of rebellion, resistance, chaotic good. Her whole thing is thwarting tyrannical governments. Her holy symbol is a bleeding rose.
That's kind of cool.
After meeting the heroes, Ringier found a new purpose. After meeting the heralds, Ringier found a new purpose in helping the opposed people of Whitethrone. Now he is an agent of the heralds, and he smuggles the desperate out of the city and brings in much-needed supplies to the resistance. Ringier makes it clear how difficult it has become recently to get in and out of the city. He affirms what the heroes have likely already learned from the Black Rider, that Queen Elvana has seized power from her mother, Baba Yaga, and intends to remain on the throne of Irisen.
What a twat.
He also adds that she has
Wow,
removed
awful.
the Iron Guard from power, which is an ancient form of law enforcement that is loyal to Baba Yaga, not necessarily the Queen of Irisen. She's removed the Iron Guard from power and instituted a new military force in its place, the Winter Guard, loyal to her alone. Elvana has also declared martial law in Whitethrone, making it extremely dangerous to go through the city's primary gates. Traffic still passes through the city gates, but it has slowed to a crawl, with large contingents of the Winter Guard performing thorough searches of anyone entering or leaving Whitethrone. Entering the city isn't the only problem. Ringier explains, citizens are routinely checked, even within the city. The heroes will need papers authorizing their movement throughout Whitethrone, not just through its gates.
So we need a forger?
But I think I might have a loophole to exploit. He describes a privileged group in Whitethrone. So,
I love loopholes!
Jadwiga. Did I tell you guys what Jadwiga are?
No.
Jadwiga are a nationality of humans that are native only to Irisen. They are the offspring of the Winter Witches themselves.
Wow.
So remember how the Winter Witches, they're queens, placed by Baba Yaga. They serve for 100 years.
Yeah.
Then Baba Yaga shows up, takes the old queen, puts a new queen in. That queen, as a fully grown human, reigns for 100 years, showing no sign of aging. Has lots of kids, before she's ultimately taken and replaced by her mother. All of her offspring are known as the Jadwiga.
So they're kind of an
So,
elite class.
They are the nobility of Irisen.
Yeah.
Jadwiga are able to trace their lineage to a specific winter queen.
Mm-hmm.
So old Jadwiga might trace their lineage to an ancient queen who served over 1,000 years ago.
Yeah.
New Jadwiga are the children and grandchildren of Queen Elvana herself. Ringier, when you guys talk about where you've come from, Ringier is able to confirm that Nazhena, the mistress of the Pale Tower, is in fact a great-granddaughter of Queen Elvana.
Wow. That's actually impressive.
They
So
For the
Elvana
first time-
must have had a child within her first 15 years of her reign.
Maybe the first year.
Who knows, right?
Remember, they begin service.
As an adult, yeah.
as adults.
I feel like for the first couple of years, though, you're focused on the job.
For the first time.
I think you get bored with it.
100, the first 100 days and all
I
that.
got this.
Right, exactly.
So for Irisen,
I can flip
Irisen
this.
has existed for 1,400 years. They have seen 14 different queens rise to power for each century. For the first time in Irisen's history, the 100-year-old queen has not been recaptured
Replaced,
by
yeah.
her mother. So there's no telling how long she will live.
I think this D20 is Richard said.
Okay, yeah.
Because it's the so you have two of these ruby ones. One of them's got white and one of them's got yellowish, and this gold one.
Totally.
is here.
Yeah, this is mine, but that's.
Okay.
I remember this one because
It
it
was
has
yours.
it has a different print.
Wait, so we have.
He is not the only problem. So
I'm not gonna hit anything.
he describes a privileged group of Jadviga called the Stilyagi. Stilyagi are the Jadwiga who are descendants of the current queen. While they are the youngest of the nobles, they are the most powerful and respected
Makes sense.
because their ancestor still rules over Irisen.
Makes sense.
The Stilyagi are young nobles who are known for their outlandish behavior and styles of dress. Like-minded Stilyagi form gangs that adopt the cultural and stylistic trappings of other lands and people, even pretending to be adventurers from other nations. With their wealth and indolent lifestyle, Stilyagi are also notorious for recruitment of foreigners, even those of other races, to Whitethrone to act as companions, teachers, and advisors, at least until they grow tired of them. When Ringier gets a look at all of you, he says that Elliot would be able to clearly pass as some sort of noble scion,
The
and if you were
irony.
if you were to let your hair down to obscure your pointed ears, you would also be able to pass as a human of these lands.
Don't undo
Could
your
the
braids,
Beltfish and I pass as advisors?
Indeed, you could pass as advisors, but not Stilyagi yourselves. Not to worry,
Who wants to be
with
that?
with two individuals who look to be who with
Here we
with
go. Ears are
so long as there are two individuals with
Jesus.
papers confirming that they are Stilyagi, the you and
I'm the muscle.
Ivan would be able to pass as advisors, teachers, whatever. The key is we'd have to find.
I'm gonna advise.
We need to be able to forge documents that would indicate that you two, Evelina and Elliot, are Stilyagi, and naturally these three are your
So we have to
companions.
find a forger.
We have to find a forger. So,
Or join my
moving on.
You know it.
So Ringier suggests to the heroes they could take roles of Stilyagi and their foreign guests to move about the city. While the heroes might want to forge their own identity papers, Ringier knows a forger.
He knows the guy.
Of course.
The forger
You always
lives.
know a
The
guy.
forger lives in Whitethrone,
Oh.
That's helpful.
who not only can prepare
just smuggle
who
it.
not only can prepare the correct documents, but also knows the secret household symbols of many of the city's Jadviga clans, and can reproduce them with arcane mark spells for added authenticity.
Can we contact him without getting to the city, or
The
do we have to sneak in?
Unfortunately, no. We will have to sneak into the city. The forger is a man named the forger is a man named
We
Mortine.
still need documents.
He lives on the borders of the district known as the Howlings, which is predominantly controlled by winter wolves. Winter wolves are a type of evolved
You guys.
warg.
Yeah.
They're white wolves
You
that are-
guys!
that are large. They're about the size of horses, but they have human-like intelligence, the ability to speak, and they can have some pretty nasty
You guys,
sexual
the
abilities.
cloak from the wolves earlier.
That. So, the
Dibs.
Howlings
Dibs.
is a district in Whitethrone that, thanks to ancient magic that Baba Yaga wove into it over 1,000 years ago, allows winter wolves to assume human shape.
Dibs. Wait, if
Now, it's
if I-
easy to recognize a winter wolf in human shape because they always have snow white hair and crystal blue eyes.
Okay, hold on. If I
Like
use
inhumanly crystal blue
wait,
eyes.
if I use
I
the
know
magic
somebody with
cloak.
eyes like that.
Wait, no. If I
It's
use
my brother's girlfriend.
yeah,
Sex.
she's super pretty.
What did you say?
If I use the cloak to transform into Winter Wolf and then go into this area where Winter Wolves can turn into humans, could I be a normal-sized human that looks like a Winter Wolf human?
I do not know what you just said, but you have the ability to impersonate Winterwolf?
Yes.
These will provide quite powerful social currency. Do you have what is this ability you speak of? Is it native
Just
to
to give me
you?
the thing.
Give her the thing.
Give him the thing.
Give me the thing.
Whatever it is.
Him,
My name
her,
is
them.
not Jesse.
We don't know.
He's,
Ivan, give me the thing.
No.
do you have way to
Yes.
assume the form of a winter wolf?
No.
No?
What?
Yes,
Yes.
we do.
You...
We have the ability to turn into a winter wolf. But,
Is this a Rheinpelt cloak?
yes.
Ah, very fortunate for you to find such a magical device.
If any of us were to turn into a winter wolf, when we ended the magical effect, we would then become our natural selves.
Have you,
Therefore, not have many.
have you worn this Rheinpelt cloak?
No.
I'm making assumptions.
Please.
Is there something that you do not?
If
that
it is
you
in
know
fact-
that I do not.
If it is in fact a Rheinpelt cloak, put it on.
Fine.
It will not harm you.
I put on the cloak.
So you put the Rheinpelt cloak. As you clasp the two claws together, they grab onto each other, forming a clasp. Ivan, you don't feel any change when you put this on. The rest of you notice that Ivan's hair becomes snow white and his eyes crystal blue. His ears shrink, and he looks like a human man.
He's so pretty.
Dude,
Yes.
I called dibs.
I must say, you are quite pretty, friend. Not to say you were not pretty before.
But prettier now.
Your words, not mine. Pretty for different reasons. It's like fish bladder and deer heart. Both good, but for different reasons. I digress.
I understand. Kyler, if Kyler were to put on the cloak, if Kyler
Do I get
would
taller?
assume medium size,
There's only one way to find out.
Put it on.
Oh my god, let's test it.
Yes. Do it.
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Alright, here we go.
Excuse me, Halfling. What is your name? I've never actually gotten it.
Kyler?
Kyler.
I am Moon Moon, wolf of the moon.
Well, here is the cloak.
Slightly offended.
Kyler.
Give me that.
So,
Just
I found it.
if you would please put on the cloak, there's something I'd like to discover.
as
I love
quickly
the
as
accent.
the magic fades from Ivan as he returns to his normal form, Kyler dons the cloak. Kyler
I
turns
do.
into a beautiful David Bowie with white hair.
Oh my god, yes. My character is.
I don't want these cookies.
I don't even understand what's going on right
Me neither, but my character is.
Gender is more unclear than ever.
Yes.
Gender is a
Perfect.
social construct.
My
Everyone
character
can
is still
suck
enamored,
it.
doesn't matter.
With a
No one
puff
will
of
ask
smoke,
me because it's impolite.
with a puff of smoke, Kyler
Okay.
turns into a white-haired, crystal blue-eyed Goblin King with crystal balls.
Yes!
Oh my god,
Crystal balls, yes.
Have you ever seen Labyrinth?
Can I
Hey,
contact-
hey, Dudley,
Educate her, Rob.
Dudley.
Yes! I'm playing
I'm playing the
Our-
soundtrack right now.
our-
I know!
Our all-powerful GM.
Calm down.
Is this an official ruling? Does Kyler become the
Medium?
Goblin King when she puts on this cloak?
He's like,
For appearances purposes, yes.
Okay,
appearances only.
you heard it from
Not for-
Dudley,
not
the
for-
Game Master.
Not for hit dice or special abilities.
It doesn't matter.
Appearance purposes.
Our
With, like,
female rogue Kyler
The spiky,
becomes the David
with, like,
Bowie
the
Goblin
spiky,
King.
droopy hair.
Yes.
That's the scariest movie I've ever seen.
It's fucked up.
Because David Bowie's junk is just in your face.
Codpiece.
And then he throws a baby in the air.
Yeah.
And you're like, what the fuck? And then the little caterpillar's like,
Yeah. In 9 hours, 59 minutes, and 37 seconds, you're going to be mine.
If she had gone the other way, it would have taken her straight to the Golden City.
Right? Yes!
It's
James, do you like horror movies?
So,
that is on another
I'm gonna
level
keep playing.
horror
I'm gonna
to me.
keep playing this music,
Yes.
but I'm gonna continue to describe the situation. So, as Kyler mesmerizingly hypnotizes you with his crystal balls, it's coming.
Oh my god,
So, the forger is named Morton. He lives on the borders of the district known as the Howlings, which is predominantly controlled by winter wolves, but it is the one district Ringier feels he might be able to get you through and into the city. Thanks to an ancient pact with Baba Yaga, winter wolves can assume human form in the Howlings. The Howlings Gate is not a gate at all, but rather a hole in the city wall that gives the wolves unrestricted access to the district. The wolves are responsible for security of the district, but Ringier knows they are often lax about it and susceptible to bribery.
I like bribery.
Do wolves
baby.
get +1s or like +4s?
To what?
Like
Anything?
people they can bring through the gate?
You'll see.
Okay.
Yes.
+1 like a date.
Plus something.
Your date.
I would say like +4s.
Probably, probably more than a +1.
To bring all of you in.
Anywho.
In exchange for his help, in exchange for Ringier's help in entering Whithrun, Ringier does ask for the hero's assistance in a side mission.
No problem.
If he is going to get them into the city and take them to Morton, he wants to do so while bringing food to desperate humans who are going hungry, and he'd like their help in your help in making the delivery.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
fucking 100%. Like,
So
Evelina signs up like
once you are inside the city,
Can we co-op
with
these?
the heroes in possession of their forged papers and Ringier's food delivery made, Ringier will then take them to meet his contact with the Heralds of Summer's Return, a woman named Solveig. Solveig is the leader of the cult of Milani in Whitethrone, and she can give the heroes shelter in the city and more information on the current conditions there. When you ask Ringier about the dancing hut, he tells you that he's heard rumor that the dancing hut has been captured and put on display somewhere as an indication of Queen Elvana's triumph over her mother, but that's all he knows. Solveig will know more.
So if we were to bring these hungry people food, would they feel indebted to us, as in owe us a favor in the future?
What
You'd have to do it to find
Like
out.
destruction-y kind of favor?
Oh, the people
No, we should help them because
the people that I wish to bring food
Chaotic
to,
neutral.
the people that I wish to bring food to are friends of mine.
Okay, cool.
They are in
They'll
need.
help us out, whatever.
No, we're helping them because they're hungry and poor.
Cards on the table.
We're helping
So
them
to
because
speak.
they're friends of friends.
They likely will not be able to help us or you in any endeavor you have against the White Witches. They are personal friends of mine. I wish to help them, and quite frankly, if
We'll owe you a
you,
favor, so it works.
I'm glad you understand. Fascinating man.
Pardon me.
Very practical.
Sorry, what?
Pardon me. What's your name again?
Ringier.
Renje. How many people were you hoping to feed with the food that you're trying to send us in with?
Several families who share a small hut together.
Oh.
So
like
20 people.
8?
Yes, I wish to load up my cart full of fish.
No.
Fish.
No.
What?
How much food do you have that you can spare?
Are you hungry? Do you need food?
No.
I just gave you food.
I'm asking you a question. How much food
Remember ODST?
can you spare for people who do not have food?
Are you? When you say people who do not have food, are you referring to yourselves?
I'm referring to people inside the wall.
he's referring to your friends.
Everyone wants to make
Whole
an
slice.
enemy out of this.
The food that I provide to the families will likely last them for maybe a week.
Is there any more food that you or people around here can spare?
If given time, we might be able to procure some. But at this time, no, nothing to spare. These are desperate times.
Because we have the means to carry more than what you intended to inside the city.
Yes. Do you have some sort of magical containment unit?
Could be, but
Possibly.
I have no idea what you could be
Well,
referring to.
if you have
My
a magical
character's
containment
really
unit,
bad at lying.
I would like to point out, as this is important, this brings me to my next point. When we enter the Howling's Gate, there will be
a guard, perhaps more than one guard posted, they will not take kindly to fellows such as you, armored, or fellows such as you, quite so well armed. Anything.
But I can pass his nobility.
Anything's. No.
Not yet.
We first must get papers.
Fair.
We first must get forged papers. Anything more.
People into bag of holding?
Anything more than yours and a small dagger, such as the one you two have. There are weapon licenses that we will need to provide.
How hard are those to get?
Unless you can fit all of your armors and all of your weapons into your magical containment unit, I suggest we wrap such devices in, well, I was going to say oiled leather and hide them under the fish. I don't understand why this is funny.
Allow me to recover into my character voice.
Not to worry, as soon as we get past the gate, you will be able to re-equip yourselves.
It may be possible that we can carry anything that we would not like to carry past guards in a way that we would not detect.
Do you have magical ways of doing this?
You
Possibly,
keep
maybe.
saying magical, but I'm not sure I understand what you mean.
Oh, see, he has full plate armor that looks curiously similar to Black Rider, which is not good to display. You have impressive. You have impressive weapons. You have impressive weapons. You have a spear. That's probably fine.
I give up. I'm bad at lying, and he knows everything.
You have great white. You have great white wolf with flat face. What is this?
What?
It is white tiger.
You say tiger. What is tiger?
It's white tiger.
I'm not familiar with tiger.
I'll explain later.
You
Wasn't there?
What
I'll
are this?
explain later.
Can you put
This or this.
I-
And this
can
or
you
this.
put the tiger in the bag or make the tiger look like there's no tiger?
Oh fuck, we're gonna need
Can you
the
make the tiger
in this
look like
video.
invisible? Can you
Yes.
invisible the tiger?
We can put the tiger in the bag, actually.
This is big tiger. I don't know if it's a heavy thing.
It might be able to fit in the bag because in core rules, anything that goes in the
What
bag is in
bag?
stasis.
It's the
Yeah.
Oh. No, it's a different.
That
Okay. So, real question: can you fit
These
all
are
of your
these.
weapons, magical items, and armor into a 500-pound unit?
Bag of holding.
Can we stick people in there?
Probably, actually.
Here's
That's what I
the
was
question.
wondering. Because can we,
Books
can we
and
stick the
everything
suspicious
probably
looking people
wouldn't be a
in the
big
bag?
deal.
It was a secret
So-
bag.
Books?
Yes, that's what he said.
Books, the winter wolves, they cannot read so well. The winter wolves cannot read so well. I do not think they see threat in books.
They
So basically, as long
You've books?
if we were to carry weapons, magical artifacts inside of such a magical concealment, everything else that we had would be not a problem.
If it's weapons, if it's heavy armors,
Correct?
if it's magical devices,
Okay.
it's not good.
Okay.
Anything beyond that is probably fine.
Okay.
You have books? Are they magic books?
Gefilte fish, could we pull everything out of the bag except... Well, pull everything out of the bag at the moment, put it in the sleds, take all of our armaments, weapons,
No.
and...
No.
We cannot fit him anywhere.
Weapons...
He barely fits in the house.
Armaments,
His
magical
head is
items
currently to the ceiling.
in the bag. I ask this because I know that Gefilte fish is currently carrying the bag of holding because 50 pounds to him is nothing,
Nothing,
whereas
yeah.
to the rest of us it could be something.
Right. Okay.
Could we please do that and disarm ourselves and put everything in the bag
Sure thing,
except
Gordon
for
Ramsay.
books?
As long as
Fuck you.
you must hide all
And,
weapons
everything.
larger than daggers.
Okay, so if I look like a winter wolf and have pointy things,
Uh,
is good.
If you plan on looking like that, and go, you'll be fine.
You can probably help us.
You'll be lucky if the guard tries not to kiss you on the lips.
Ooh.
That's charisma.
Is it a lady guard?
It might not be. Just,
Okay, then JK, that's terrible.
you seem fine with all things, though.
Fair. I'm in that phone.
Wait, did you just say it's terrible
So-
for a guy guard to kiss a
You
guy, but not
take-
a female guard to
Anyone
kiss a
wi-
woman?
so-
I don't know.
In this case, I
Taking
think
off-
I'm not sure how I feel right now.
Taking off
I
any armor that is
Very obvious.
any medium or heavy armor. So Gefilte Vicious armor's got to go in. I think
Do I
that's
have
it.
anything- I was gonna say because mine is I have a Master Chain shirt.
That's light. You're fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. You're a druid. Yeah.
Oh, I do have a dodge feat.
I don't think anyone. is,
I do
Oh!
have a dodge feat.
that's just like a +1 to your armor class.
Yeah.
I think I already added
I
that.
have that.
That's a miscellaneous modifier, right?
Yep, that's that.
How many feats do you
Yeah.
have?
Yeah, so it's already calculated.
I have 3.
3. He's a human. Humans get a bonus feat upon
Yeah.
character
That's
creation.
some bullshit.
Humans are like the universalist race.
Yeah.
Humans don't get any specific bonuses, whereas other feats get very specific bonuses to specific things.
Right. Other
That's
races
a
get
bull-
very
So
Okay.
humans get less of a bonus
Let us
to something of their choice.
Let us waste no time. So you take off your armor, you put it in the bag of holding. Any weapons larger than a dagger, you put into the bag of holding. Ranger gets his big old cart full of fish. It's like a small sleigh full of smelly fish. You rest for the night.
How much does that heal us?
That's your level plus your constitution modifier.
My level is 4 plus Constitution is 2.
And as it's the end of the day, you can blast all of your lay on hands because you're going to get them back the next morning.
I haven't taken any.
I lay hands on all of you.
Druid,
Elliot,
Yeah.
are you the
Just
only one who's taken
use
damage?
Yes,
Cure Light
actually.
Wounds a bunch of times.
Yeah, I have used all my cure light.
Yeah, you got
Oh,
hooked pretty bad.
Yeah.
We said that everyone's doing.
I took 16 damage in one
Yeah,
shot.
that ogre hit you pretty bad.
I'm
I got-
so
I
excited
got gut
to
punched.
get
I almost got the
Craft
wind knocked
Wondrous
out of me.
item.
So, am I being healed back to full here?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, we're using all of his lay on hands, all of my cure wounds. Like,
No need to calculate the exact
Okay,
amount.
now
It's
you-
definitely going to hit 30.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
I-
you
Yeah,
heal up.
that's-
You wake up the next morning. Ranger gets his cart of fish together. Are you ready, friends? Okay. Everyone be calm. Be calm? Okay. Good. You still look like that. It's impressive. Okay. Okay, everyone. Alright. I don't understand why you keep laughing at me. This is no laughing matter. This is serious situation. Tyrannical government, eternal winter does not make you cry.
Oh, trust me, we've been here before.
Why? Okay. Do you mock my accent? Fuck you.
No.
Okay. So, let us go.
Accent is very attractive.
Oh, please no,
Oh,
none of this.
baby.
I lost my wife.
Excuse me.
My need for intimacy died with my wife.
Excuse me. How
Who?
old are you?
So depressing.
That is super
I
depressing.
am 46 years old.
46.
Yes.
You said your need for intimacy in its entirety.
Why is this a
Your wife.
conversation that's happening?
I
Eh?
think I pimped
How about I come back after we finish?
Worse women, yeah.
He slowly grabs the handle of the cart and begins to push it away.
I think that's a no.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't even get a charisma check?
Struck out again.
So,
Come home with me.
as
this
you
summer.
walk towards the Howling Gate, you notice off in the distance, you see a single figure sitting on the broken wall. A great axe over its shoulder. Its long, beautiful white hair glimmering in the sunlight. As you get closer, you notice that it's a woman.
Oh my god, I'm in love with her. Evelyn
She-
is like madly in love.
she-
She's like, yeah.
She looks up at you, at your group, with Rengier pushing his cart, looking at Ivan awkwardly, making sure that Ivan does not get directly behind him.
With Kyler looking like one of them.
She stands up, and you walk towards. You walk towards the gate.
Figurine for her. Well, it's the hair's the wrong color, but
Yeah, I mean, I've got a wolf pelt, like a white, yeah.
yeah, the hair's just somehow the wrong
Dude,
color.
like I have Nadia. This is like the first game I've ever run where I have the.
Yeah.
That's fucking Nadia.
No, I know. I remember you
Fucking
mentioning
Nadia?
That's
Is that
like-
something you can do?
She was
Probably.
raped, so
No.
Did you back the shit off?
She's
Okay.
definitely not. No.
definitely not
Let's give
into
her
it.
some healing. Yeah.
She stands up and she calmly and
Work someone forcefully, I imagine.
and she calmly stands up and holds out her hand. Ringier dutifully stops and looks at you to stop as well. So this woman takes a look around, takes a keen look at you. She looks at your group, looks directly at you, Kyler, and says, "Who are you? What business do you have here in White Throne?"
Go for it.
I don't remember
This is what
these.
you wanted.
I don't recognize these friends of yours.
Commerce.
She speaks as if she thinks she knows you.
Commerce.
So you can make a bluff or a diplomacy check, whatever you feel most comfortable with.
Which one?
Check your skills. They're all up here. Bluff is that's a 9. And diplomacy.
Both 9.
Oh.
Roll d20.
3.
Bullshit. 12.
12?
Ha.
What do you say?
Speak words. Speak words that are.
You act as if you haven't seen me in a while, friend.
Can't say I remember you.
What is up? Are you sure you are Winterwolf?
Ah!
If you are not who you say you are,
Jog
I
my
will
breath.
rip your throat from your body.
Easy.
Say that. Oh.
Easy. Jog my memory.
Roll,
What do I know?
roll bluff.
What do I know you?
9 plus 9 is 18. Say something.
18 to bluff?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. She doesn't have a modifier, so.
So, say something. Just be like.
Do you not remember me from last spring? Spring?
From high school?
She
When
said
you
spring
had
in
your
a
experimental
land where there are no
phase?
springs.
Yeah.
8 months ago hence.
The-
Did you not know me?
The woman,
Eyebrow waggle?
yeah,
8 months ago?
the woman gives you a quizzical but amused look.
I am sure you could not forget me.
She stands squarely in front of the gates.
If you do not remember, I could remind you. Eyebrow waggle.
Hashtag eyebrow waggle. Which, by the way, that's a pound sign, not a hashtag, but whatever.
She says, "Very well."
Very well.
She takes a step
Don't
back.
tell the internet that.
Welcome home. She gestures. She stands aside and gestures all of you to enter. Ringier kind of looks at you and begins pushing his cart.
Oh, I actually know this one. Hold
I
on.
knew someone because one of my friends in high
So, she gives you leave to enter the Howlings. So, Ringier leading the way. I presume the rest of you follow.
And I continue with Tucker. Not in a let's have sex, then sex.
You enter the Howlings district. And as all of you enter, the guard does nothing to stop you. But as you pass her, she grabs your arm. What's your name?
You don't remember?
No, I don't. What's your name?
I'm honestly offended. I thought we had something special.
Whatever, just go ahead.
Jack Skellington.
So you continue on into the howlings, and the guard says nothing more.
Seems a little maybe confused. Like, what the fuck was that about?
What's your name? You don't remember me? No. What's your name?
I'm so offended right now.
Get the fuck out
Seriously?
Like, get
I'm
the
so angry.
fuck
What the
out.
hell?
Looking for something, Jesse?
Nope, just rinsing up.
Okay, the time is now 1:39 in the morning. You guys have entered Whitethrone, which means you now level up.
You have work tomorrow.
I do.
Today.
At what time?
So
11 a.m.
Are you good to drive home? Do you need to stay here?
Yes. I'm good to drive home.
I was like, I don't know what
I was like, I asked 2 questions and you said yes.
Yeah, I'm good at exactly. That was the joke.
Yeah.
I'm good to drive home. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because I was gonna say if not, we can make room or something.
If not, your work is like 2 minutes away.
Yeah. Right.
Truly.
that one.
Just go to work drunk.
Right now.
Head to work.
Quick, Dudley, drink a beer and a shot.
There is a couch somewhere in the building. I will sleep on it.
That one's
There's
pretty
one there.
comfy.
Oh yeah.
Or I have
Okay.
a comfy couch, or I have a comfy like king size.
I don't think
Okay.
that's a
Yeah,
good
but we have to
idea.
blow
Do you guys want to call it now?
It takes
Yeah.
5 minutes
So,
and
perfect.
it's automated.
Well, that's the checkpoint. You guys hit level 5.
Oh,
So
nice.
before we finish, you enter Whitethrone.
Alright.
Specifically, the Howlings district of Whitethrone. The streets of the Howlings wind back and forth crookedly and are lined with wooden houses covered in intricate and detailed woodwork. Unlike the fish camps, even the poorest homes are in good repair, pleasantly decorated, and painted a clean white or light pastel color. The rooftops...
So, southern Germany.
Yes. The rooftops are steeply pitched to allow heavy snow to slide off.
Yeah.
Covered alleyways run between some closely adjacent buildings, sheltering ground floor entrances from the elements.
Yeah.
In other places, open-air bridges or crosswalks join buildings together at their upper levels. Snowdrifts lie heaped between houses, but the streets are shoveled and brushed clean. There is little sign of domestic animals, but handcarts are parked outside some residences.
This is a very well kept township.
It is. Looks nice.
So capital city.
It is the upper crusty.
The nice part of capital city.
You're in the capital city after 9 months of bushwhacking through wilderness and rustic towns.
The nice part, or
This
like
is-
the middle.
We're the
part?
This-
pretty good part
This is a
here.
sight for sore eyes, as I mentioned
Actually,
before.
this is where the descendants of Baba Yaga's daughter live.
Yes.
So
So the nice part.
yeah. So pretty damn nice.
I love how the gatekeeper was loose enough that she.
And we need to remember to kind of.
guess the
Oh
name.
wow, that's
Ooh.
pretty darn big.
That's a map. There's your map. So the Howlings
I
is
assume we went
this
through there.
district right
Yeah.
here. So you actually went around Whitethrone to
yeah.
get into the Howlings.
And the
The Whitethrone is Whitethrone is a
Yes.
massive city, well walled.
Holy shit.
See, land
The-
is valuable and they have it.
Yes.
They have parks.
Yeah, right. Land is valuable and they have it. That's where we're going.
Off in the distance, you can see a crystal palace. The palace of the Witch Queen, Elvana. You're not entirely sure where the dancing hut is in this sprawling city, but you are intent to find out. If you continue with Ringer, he'll be able to help you get to the den of the resistance, and they'll be able to offer you more detailed information.
Yeah.
And papers.
And papers, yes.
So the
In the papers.
fishing village was like south.
We have
Yes.
the papers for you. You can be anybody you want.
Including someone who's apparently
So
slept
keep in
with our
mind-
captain all game.
That's north.
Yeah.
So you came from like this direction, came around
We
the
came from the
city
east, we went around to the western, northwestern.
into the fish towns, which are along Glacier Lake here. And then with Ranger's help, you went straight for the Howlings, which has got a
So we went
The-
west by southwest of the city, and then went to west by northwest of the cities to get to the entrance.
To be fair,
Yes.
this is smart because the
Dibbidi
bitch
dibbidi
whose
dibba.
tower we just ransacked will not expect that.
No.
Hopefully. I hope we kill
Is
her.
it?
Excellent. Cool. Well, we will call it there.
Remember, everybody to
Yeah.
level up to level 5
Yes, please. You guys all.
before we get to our session next week.
Yes, that way we can just dive right in. So that's
Alright,
yeah.
someone
That's
give me a book. I should do this.
that's
now.
tonight's session.
You can always come over. I got my book. And I uploaded a copy because I bought the PDF.
Let's-
I uploaded it to the group chat.
Oh,
Let's
What?
take a look here.
There's a group, a Reign of Windsor group. I uploaded a
So
PDF copy. I purchased the PDF. You guys can all
Yeah.
look at that.
I don't know why I haven't downloaded
let me read
that
this
yet.
before we finish. Got a few more things to read. White Throne is a neutral evil large city.
So I fit
It
in
is
and you guys
academic,
don't.
magically attuned, notorious, radically intolerant of non-Jadwiga humans, and it's also a tourist
What is the
attraction.
Facebook group?
That's the chat.
It is a magical government. About 24,900 individuals live here. The majority, about 17,000, are human. 1,000 are winter wolves. Another 1,000 are ice trolls. Another 1,000 are gnomes. Just shy of 1,000 are snow goblins.
That's pretty diverse.
600 dwarves, 500 fae,
Okay.
95 frost giants, and 482 other.
Other as in like beyond the veil or just like miscellaneous?
Who don't fit into the groups that I just mentioned.
So miscellaneous?
Miscellaneous. Yeah. Cool stuff. Well, we
I've been
did it.
reading some weird shit. I need to.
We made it to level 5.
We did it.
We had 2 encounters
Woohoo!
over 6 hours.